Less than two crew squad. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me for another Friday night, another pad in the building. Hope you are all doing well. Hope you've had a good week, and I hope you're ready to kick in the weekend with yeah boy. We got some stuff to do tonight, but before we get any further, let me say hello and welcome to all the early chatters here. Cat, welcome in. Bots Watch, Chalet, hope you're doing well. Jinx, what's good? Genmo in the building with a 44 month. Thank you, Genmo. Appreciate that from you. Grace, hello. Mandy with a 47 month. Welcome back to the Less Than Two crew. Mandy, moderator extraordinaire. Bots Watch, what's good? Thing with a 36 month. Joelle with a 43rd month. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Ready for the weekend. Asia was awesome. We shall talk about it. Chrissy, hello, Mr. Gamer. Enchanting Dragon, happy Friday to you. Mama Virus, what's good? Wicked Tricks in the building. Tall Skinny Ben, what's up with you, chat? RIP Janky. No more party for you and me. No more party for you and me, Tall Skinny Ben. Unfortunately, the Janky train has left the station. Where were we? Botswats, hello once again. Penny Paper was good. Pixie, hello. Botswats, thank you for gifting us up to. Hey, I know that name. Steph, welcome back into Lesson 2 crew. Compliments of Botswats. Because love, hello. Live, welcome in. AZ, thank you for the 9th month. Welcome back to the Lesson 2 crew. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for giving us up to Gotta Go Pack. Miriam, Tech, Wrath of Khan, and Samurai Spaghetti. All here now. Compliments of you. Thanks so much for making that happen. Monkey Boy Wilson in the building. Hello, good evening. Ian, welcome in. Lil Leaf, hello. How about a good week? Hope you have it as well. Tim Shields, hello. Happy pad. AZ, Sal's here. Kay, this music is a vibe. Thank you, Kay. Appreciate it. It's a new artist I found recently. Or I'm assuming you mean the intro music. Either way, good finds. Spoiler, here's the next winner. Lori, not hiding the spoiler quite well, are we? Jennifer, happy Pooya Friday to you as well. Aunt Nice, welcome in. Tomster, hello, happy pad to you. AZ, thank you for giving us up to over there, and to get us up to Easy Bree, and us up to Kerpluppy. Appreciate that from you. Jennifer says, go Cubs, go. Got a Cubs fan in the building. It's baseball, right? I think I'm nailing that. I think it's baseball. Memories, good evening. Angelique, thank you for the 24th month. Welcome back. 2 years here with the Less Than Two crew. Happy you've enjoyed your time. Hope you enjoy your stay even longer. Corey, hello, welcome in. Crazy old Maurice, what up, Kansas? Laura, good evening. Where are we at? Finn Fan, hello. Little Miss Andre, Amy. Red Wings, we have first things first. How are you? I'm good, you know. I've had a busy week, but I'm feeling good. I'm thriving, surviving. We got lots. I got lots to talk to you about. I'm excited. Nowhere Man Thing with a primer. Welcome back for your 10th month. Thank you for using your one prime here on me. I hope you enjoy your stay here with us. It's homecoming night here in Loveland, Ohio. Go Tigers. Pixie, can you explain what homecoming is? Because I thought, growing up in the Middle East, I thought homecoming was a dance, and then I found out that is homecoming like the first home game for college sports? Feel free to correct me and educate me because I'm not sure. McKinley Spud, welcome back for your 3rd month. Happy Friday to you. Happy you're back here once again. Hello. Ian Blondenstein, hello. Tara, Duchess. I'm catching up with you, chat. We're not worried. I'm catching up with you. Jesse, hello, welcome in. Christian says, hey Pooya, hey chat, hope everyone's well. Hope you are as well, Christian. Welcome in. Hello. All right, let me do one thing. Let me open the form while I am catching up with you here, and then I'll get into what we're gonna do here today, because I got quite a few things I wanna do. Potentially. We're dabbling, we're thinking, we got strats. So let me put that all together. I keep opening the wrong form, chat. Sorry, one second. There we go. Form's open. Form is open. All right. If you were born this week, so did you watch The Mole and Who Done It yet? RHB fan, you know I did not. You know I did not. I love Janky. I've been singing that song all week. It's been stuck in my head all day today, Walling. McKenna, welcome. And Kay, hello, hello. I heard them talking on the feeds that Ainsley killed Janky. Oh, God. Like a murder? Are we not just RIPing because Janky's gone? Are we RIPing because Janky's dead? Let's see. Kay, appreciate the 12th month resubscribe. Thank you for supporting the stream for a whole year. Appreciate you. This is Janky song reminding anyone of the Barney song. That's exactly what they're going for, Pixie, for sure. Little Guppy Bro the first time chat says Angela is on the feed super sulking. Is that surprising to us? I don't think so. I think she definitely felt like she was gonna have security with MJ at the wheel, and it is a bit of a blindside for her. High school has it. It is a dance. Homecoming is a football game and dance. Oh, it's a combination platter. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so it's both. Okay. Where's something called the Homecoming Court, and the school elects a king and queen, and they're announced during the halftime. Okay, gotcha. This a school thing, like a college or a high school or both thing? Mr. Freeze, they with 43rd month. Hello, welcome in once again. Welcome back, rather. It's like an early fall football game and dance the day after. Gotcha.
Hey, look at us. Huh?
It's like alumni weekend for high school dance game, festivities, bonfires, and whatnot, where alumni come home. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. You wound me, Pooya. The RGA fan. The space-time continuum wounds me. Because I don't got all that time, you know. Jay, thank you for the prime sub. Welcome back in for your 29th month. Appreciate you, RIP Janky, my boy. Yeah, it sounds like Janky got shanked, chat. That's what I'm hearing from you. Janky being the murder victim for the Whodunit reboot. I'm going to my college homecoming this year for my reunion. Can't wait to catch up IRL with some buddies of mine. That's lovely, Lori. Enjoy. That's all high school. For college, mostly it's alumni. It's for alumni to come back. Gotcha. Okay. So in today's DoorDash adventures, I had to shop a triple grocery order and then later deliver 9 large pizzas for one order and 3 for another. Bright side, I now own 4 pizza bags. Oh, damn. McKenna. So a haul and a half. So it was 12 pizzas total that you delivered. 9 of them for one house. 3 for another house. But you did the orders in one go? Yeah, not janky or shanky. McGraw, thank you for the 42nd month. All right. Damn. 9 pizzas, a lot of pizzas. Okay. I'm fully caught up, chat. This is good. This is great. I'm very happy we're caught up now. So, it is Friday night. Things that are on the table, topics of conversation that you can expect for us to go through tonight include any podcasts I do, Big Brother, Survivor, the premiere of Survivor, rather. The rumors for Australia versus the World Survivor. That's it. That's on the table. The Traitors, both the fact that they won an Emmy and the fact that the Canadian Traitors is coming back on Monday. And then also any questions you want to ask me anonymously in the anonymous form, or any questions you want to ask me publicly. Nothing is off the table. But just to give you a little bit of a palate starter, those are kind of the options I was thinking of going through today. So let's fire at them. Yes to everything. Yeah, I'll order one off the entire menu. Thoughts on MJ noms of Angela and Chemo? I think MJ is a little bit lost in the sauce. I think that MJ is doing everything. Like, MJ committed to a team. And I feel like she didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? MJ's getting recruited by Leah and Angela and by Chelsea and Cam. Chelsea and Cam approached her first, right? Chelsea and Cam are kind of like the home option. Like, they saw your talent from when you were young. They saw you from when you were nothing, and now you're something. Leah and Angela knew her to the table, They're bringing some weight behind it, a little bit of fortune, a little bit of finance. So like, hey, we would love for you to be on our team. That's two teams that would like to have you. I feel like MJ already said, you know what? They found me first. Chelsea and Cam found me first. This is who I'm going to be hanging with. This is who I fuck with. These are my people. She didn't need to commit. You don't, the deadline to sign with a team isn't until the finale to me. You don't need to do that. So I feel like in a perfect world, she puts up Kimo Rabina, one of them leaves, bada boom, you keep both sides happy. Now, the sad reality is the veto would have still come into play in some capacity. So unless she won the veto, the odds of the veto being used, unless Leah and Angela won it, would have been higher. But it is what it is. I think that this move benefits Chelsea the most. So MJ going MJ, so we'll see. Did you try contacting your text door neighbor? I have never done that, but I could if y'all want me to. I could see what happens. Random, but what's your favorite meal? Next goat. I'm gonna give you some different cuisine options because if we're talking American fare, it's a burger and fries, and you can't go wrong with that. If it's Canadian, it's a poutine, easy. But if it's overall number one in my life, in my heart, forever and always, it's a lovely combination dish, Iranian dish, Persian dish, cholo kebab. That's rice with some kebab and tomatoes and sumac and bread, maybe like on the bottom to catch for the collection of. That's the one. So I hope that answer was satisfying. You survived the first week, no graded in Survivor. Mr. Freeze, we knew what we were doing in the draft, Mr. Freeze. I felt good about my team. When we left the draft, I felt like 95% confident that the grenade was not on my team. I felt pretty good about that. I did feel leaving the draft, I felt the best about my team, Liana's team, and Chappelle's team. Were the three teams I felt good about leaving the draft. I felt like these were three really good teams, and the winner could potentially be among them. I think right now there are other winner candidates out there, but these are still the best well-rounded teams, I think. My opinion only. All right, let's see. Also, happy Fennel Friday to all who celebrate. Fennel Friday. Happy Fennel Friday to those who celebrate. Yes. Yes. Congrats on no delay. No delay on what, Tomster? Case in point, the Mafia. You want to join the Mafia with Matt and I, Mandy? Would you like to join the Mafia with Mandy and I, actually? Not Matt and I. Get Matt out of there. All right. MJ has been clueless the majority of the season. Do you like burgers more than fried chicken sandwiches? Tara, I think the answer is, I think the reality is, it's a hard question to answer. I think I can get a more passable burger in more places than I would say I get a very good fried chicken sandwich at many passable places. Like if there's 80 restaurants, I would wager that I would get a better burger out of those 80 times than I would get a fried chicken sandwich out of those 80 times, which is why I would go with the burger. But a really good fried chicken sandwich is incredible. Somalia's a seasoning, AZ. Have you ever seen the Mr. Taster videos on YouTube? DH, I have not. What is that? Yum with the Prime sub. Appreciate you, Yum. Welcome back for your 31st month. Thank you for using your one Prime here on me. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Hope you got a good squad. And hope you got some good victories in life. Oh no, you're late and dead. Better late than never. You're perfectly good here, respawning. Welcome in. What was the draft thing you talked about with Taryn after the recap this morning? Oh, so I wanted to bring up that he nearly got grenaded, but I didn't want to bring it up on the pod in case any listeners had not watched Survivor yet and they were going to get upset. I didn't want to spoil anything. So I kind of kept that in. It wasn't a big question. I just wanted to because I didn't watch him watch Survivor, so I didn't know what his thoughts were on the epi. Who do you want to host the jury roundtable? My personal take is that I don't care about the jury roundtable all that much. I would much rather we get a lengthier reunion than we do a jury roundtable. That being said, just someone palatable, sociable, who can laugh but also roast a little. Like someone like Taylor's perfect for me. I don't want it to be someone who's too game body. I want someone who's got personality and is just a good time and is a comfortable presence. Someone that you can just hang out with. And Taylor's the perfect candidate for that, in my opinion. When is Sock Pooya coming back? Sock Pooya is Sock Pooya ran away with Janky. They're in a relationship. Or they shared similar fates, is what I should say, Sarah Radical. Welcome in with the first time chat. Family Lovers chicken fried steak, also from Texas, if that helps. Ooh, I've never had chicken fried steak, you know. Wow, Yam, wow. But yeah, I'm looking for a meal delivery service that takes the stress out of healthy living. Something that provides fresh, ready, prepared meals that support even the busiest of lifestyles. I prefer a service that shops, preps, cooks, and delivers to my door so I can experience the benefits of clean eating without the hassle. Any suggestions? So we'll talk about it a little bit later on. Okay, happy to announce, perfect segue, I am sponsored by Factor for the month. Okay, a little bit later in the stream, we'll talk through it. I have some things I want to show you. I'm going to make some picks. We might even run a poll, see which meal is the best. Bear with me. We'll definitely be doing that later on tonight. Thank you, Papaya. My husband's Survivor Draft has 2 of your players who are, so we're basically riding together this season with you. Excited to see how far our picks go. Enchanting Dragon, fingers crossed we have a good showing this season. Wow, not Rob getting Asia and then getting the grenade. Rob really like decided, hey, none of you can have Asia, and also if she wins, I don't win. A choice. Personally, don't understand it, but you know, it is what it is. Taylor, not Hall Hail. Exactly, AZ. Were you surprised at how Andy struggled that much in the premiere? Okay. So, yes. I definitely didn't expect him to struggle to the degree he did, but I also completely understand it. And let me paint you a picture of why and how I understand it to be the way it is. Because I feel like there's way too many people that are either doom and glooming him or calling him the next Banu, and I don't think that's fair. And I think this is something that's coming up more as more of a topic of conversation now with super fans on the show. So let me paint you a picture, okay? Like you can close your eyes if you want, that's optional, but go on this journey with me real quick, because I definitely sat there with it a little bit and I understood it, parts of it rather. So this is somebody who's been a fan of the show, a student of the game, if you will, watched all the seasons, listened to the analysis, made their own analysis, thought about how they would play the game, you know, put themselves in the shoes of other contestants before them, figured out how to solve puzzles, basically been preparing for this moment a long chunk of their lives, okay? Someone who is actively chipping away at the opportunity to play this game. They get to the island. They're like, oh my God, I'm here. I'm excited. I'm about to nerd out. I got some math to talk about. I got some fun stuff. And then the moment hits, and it's a very surreal fucking moment. And you're like, holy shit, I'm actually playing. Like everything I've said. Because, you know, I feel like you got to fake it till you make it, right? Everything you say until you get the job you want, it still doesn't hit until you're at the job. And Survivor is that job. You're like, oh my God, I'm on the beach. Jeff is here. Jeff is asking me a question about who I am and what community means to me. I don't know. Jeff was talking about community for 40 minutes. I don't know why he's insisted on community. Did he just watch community? Did someone gift him the box set? Is he a fan of Troy and Abed? I don't know. Anyway, let me answer my question. Then you do the challenge. You get the challenge going. I think when all of us play the game in our heads, a lot of us play the game in our heads, you're never playing the game as you're not outcasted, right? And if you're thinking like I'm on the bottom in your mind, you have an idol. Like you're replaying a blindside moment in your head. That's what it is. And I think for Andy, what happens is in real time, he starts feeling a little bit isolated. He starts feeling not as close. And it's a combination of things. And again, I am not a professional. This is just me putting myself in his shoes and telling you how I would feel if I was him and if I was going through that same stuff, right? So he has John, clearly. he also has been talking with Rachel a little bit. So he has two people that could work with him potentially. I think the paranoia gets the best of him here, where he notices people are cheering and laughing when this person's talking, not when this person's talking. Feels a little bit, where's my attention? Not that he needs the attention, but it's almost validation. Words of affirmation is validation. I live off words of affirmation. It's my love language. So I understand that. So he's not getting that. Now he's not sleeping. He's not sleeping at all. Isolated incident on the side is that Rachel and him talked and bonded, and then you could tell there, even I felt like, bro, it's a little too keen when he was like, if you wake up, wake me up, we'll hang out. And I was like, it's day one, you don't need to say all that. But when Rachel was like, no, we cannot wake up and walk away together, like that's sketchy, they'll think something's happening, like that's not good for our games. I believe personally that was isolated to when Andy wakes her up in the morning. Because middle of the night. Andy was having a episode of sorts, a lack of sleep, anxiety driving in. Have you ever not had sleep when you need to sleep? It's bad. You don't like that feeling. So when he scoops her up, Rachel's like, bro, didn't I not tell you not to do all this? Not realizing, oh, this is a different situation. And it's because it all happened at the same time. It's like a weird thread to follow. Okay. And then all of this is happening. You still got the anxiety. You kind of got the imposter syndrome. Now you're like, but I thought I was going to kill it. Like, was I an idiot? Am I an idiot? Do I deserve to even be here? I took someone else's spot. Like, I'm wasting this spot. I think that then it's a heightened that. And then and then he explained himself by the challenge, where basically once he sees that they're going to be losing, all these ideas go in his head and it gets scrambled and he falls down. Now, all of this said, I feel like he could have somehow avoided speaking more at the mat. He didn't. He could have, maybe, but he didn't. But again, you can't fault a person for having a human moment. I feel like a lot of people will Sunday quarterback this and be like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's bad gameplay for a super fan. We would never do that. I, who have applied for 25 years, would never do that. Okay, well, first of all, Andy's not you, okay? You've been applying for 25 years, haven't got on. Andy has got on. Try and be like Andy, maybe. I don't know. But also, people are allowed to have human fucking moments. Like when Boston Rob falls to the ground in Heroes and Villains and he's like, oh, it's getting the best of me. Meh. Everyone's like, oh my God, Boston Rob, let me help you up. This person's like, Jeff Probst is like, let me breastfeed you. Like, you need help. Like, people were championing him, but they don't have the same energy for this kid. And I feel like that's the thing that you need to remember. I think everybody is their own different individual. All of us watch the show for different things. People value different types of players, different characteristics of players. And personally, I feel like dunking on Andy for having a human moment is pretty cheap, considering the fact that it's not like he's hamming it up for camera time. It's not like he's trying to do something. This isn't being used as strategy. This was someone literally maybe over calculating how much they've got it in the bag upon arriving to the island. The realization hitting that, oh, I might not be shit in this game is a real one. And now he might, jump out of the ashes. You say Banu, Emily Flippin had a very bad episode 1 once upon a time. Goes on to change everyone's perception by episode 2. I remember people hated Emily after episode 1. And I even then was like, I don't think y'all need to hate her. I don't think there's anything that was like, I feel like we're putting a lot of judgment on 20 minutes of footage. Let's wait. Sure enough, by episode 2, everyone loves Emily Flippin. You flippin' on the flippin', or just even on a game perspective. Remember, and this is not me saying that he's playing the same game to this guy, but one man by the name, a polarizing winner that not many of us loved, by the name of Gabler. Episode 1, their tribe loses, goes full episode, basically says, vote me the fuck out. Vote me out. I deserve it. Let me leave. And then doesn't leave. And then goes on to stay longer. I think we can talk about the players looking at Andy as Banu potentially, because that's the most recent thing we saw. But I think as a fandom, people can do better than to just compare someone to the last thing they saw that was similar. I think you can do better than that. Also, saying all that, it sounds like I think negatively of Banu. I do not. I think that the show overexposed Banu by giving us the same Banu arc, 2 90-minute episodes in a row, basically 3 hours of Banu doing Banu, which was a lot. But again, another human going through the game. So I don't know. Also, if this came off preachy, I promise I'm not trying to preach. I'm not saying my opinion is correct and everyone else's is wrong. This is just something that's been in my head for the last couple of days, especially with the exit of John Lovett. I feel like I got very worried very quickly because I was like, John Lovett's coming in with a big support, like group of people that are watching the show for him. And I have a feeling that despite Andy being one of the 5 votes and also being the one that was on the bottom, who should definitely vote out the other option he's hearing, is going to get a lot of hate for this. And I've seen some tweets that I thought were unsavory and unnecessary. So that's kind of my 2 cents. Of course, the form is still open if you wanna submit anything about it. Give me a response there. If you want to say it anonymously, if you want to say it in the chat, feel free to do so. I'm gonna click play on the music and start catching up to your chats because I feel like I've not gotten to talk to you for a little second, and I want to see what you've been saying as I've been talking. Cool. Rob was joking with America on the eviction recap, but I love the idea of AmeriCorps as a duo jury roundtable idea. I don't hate that. Having a duo there, why not? Why not? If not AmeriCorps and you want to go old school with it, what's wrong with Jason and Danielle? What's wrong with that group? You know? Hey, doing more. Dwight, thank you for the 18-month. Do I appreciate your 2 favorite survivors, myself and Brando, say hi. Well, let me say this. Live from TwitchCon are Dwight and Brando. But Dwight, let me say this, okay? So you made it further than Brando on Survivor, right? Yes, you did. Now tell me how Brando was on some official content at TwitchCon and you weren't, huh? How are you gonna let Brando jump you like this? Dwight, change your name to Doing Less, because sounds like Brando's doing more, Dwight. What this? Kidding. I hope both of you are having a good time, and I'm definitely not living with FOMO. Appreciate it. I agree, Dupree. I'll definitely agree. Oh my gosh, just ridiculous. And we laugh. He goes to Tehran with this other guy, another food video guy, and they eat all the foods in Iran, but they're given gifts, huge Persian rugs. It's interesting food-wise, but we watch it for laughs now. DH, feel free to send that to me in the forum. I would love to check that out on my own time for sure. I felt so bad for Andy. Great if Asia wins, all of our GP wins always. That was always the case, whether or not Asia was drafted by anybody else. People being so dang hard on him, I agree. I can vouch for Factor. For a few weeks I've subscribed, has been good. Even the last time I forgot to cancel and didn't choose any meal, but all but like 1 out of 7 random I got was delicious. There we go, respawning. Can someone tell me what Tiffany said? AZ, so I asked this of some friends yesterday because I thought I missed it as well. But AZ, from what I heard, Tiffany basically said something to the effect of, I would like someone who is strategic and has played a strategic game to be there, not just someone who's popular. And I think a lot of people saw that as a indirect, like, shady hit towards Taylor about the roundtable stuff. Jeff would be a big Dean guy. Would Jeff be a big Dean guy? Would Dean be his favorite character? Possibly, yeah. AmeriCorps is hosting a roundtable from the dog bed. Okay, and I can say that after passing out of overheating, some people get super out of it. After I passed out for a few hours ago at pickleball tournament, I legit thought I was in a different state and it was a different year. You could tell based on what Andy was saying out loud to Jeff that Andy was not fully online at the moment, you know? Until you're in the moment, you can't really see how you would act. Exactly. I think it was super rough to need to speak to Matt on the mat so soon as we're coming. I agree. I felt like Jeff could tell that Andy was basically replying with, I gave it my all, and like implying that he's out of the game. I feel like Jeff could have just let him not talk there. I feel like we could have just moved on. We could have. In your opinion, is it tougher for you to be critical about someone's game when you know them? No. Papaya, I'll be honest. and you know, this is a safe space. This is my lovely community. I felt on Monday, because I watched all the bios on Monday for the draft. So my personal thought was, if I find someone here that I rate better than Asia on a win condition and on potential winnability based on what I'm hearing, I'm going to draft them before Asia. Now, granted, I didn't have the chance to prove that. But I did what me and Liana did for Eurovision, where I wrote all their names on little sheets of paper. And then every time I listened to one, I would put it in the ranked cards I had, like in the slots. And then I would move them around. And Asia ended up in the top 3. I think Andy finished around, hold on, I made my list here. Actually, I think I put Asia and Andy in the top. No, I did not. Yeah. So I had Andy in the top 6. I had Asia number 1. But yeah, I was very okay with and willing to break down any of their mistakes throughout the season. Make no mistake. So talking on the mat, big mistake. The other stuff, not good, but I also feel like a lot of it was involuntary, or like just you can't help where your mind goes, you know? With Asia, god damn it, did she leave me no notes right now? Like, what is Asia's biggest crime? Volunteering to go to the journey, maybe? Everything else she's nailed so far. Coming out of this episode, literally feeling like a huge contender. Oh, I am not going to show you these notes because this is the worst form of my handwriting. If I can find better handwriting, I'll share it with you in a second. All right, let me catch up, chat. Found Andy very relatable. I mean, everything I just spoke about, I have talked about on stream being overthinking. I've talked about having imposter syndrome. I've talked about sometimes not feeling like I've earned to be where I am. So a lot of that I've felt in my lifetime. Also, the words of affirmation. I'm a big words of affirmation guy, so I understand all that. Now, I know people are going to be like, well, you know, then control yourself on the island. And I think, again, that varies on some people. Some people have thicker skin. Some people are able to internalize all of that a lot. Some people cannot. Some people are outward expressing people. For example, Liana and I, we process information differently. Liana likes to, if there's like a situation that's like either intense or sad or whatever, Liana likes to internalize, think within, think internally, and then come back and talk after she's processed it. I'm the opposite. I like to talk right then and there and kind of just process it as we go along. And that's different. We're different people. Everyone's different. Someone who lives with the anxiety that looks a lot like that, I think you could not help talking on the mat. Fruit Loops, I agree. I feel like, but the minute Jeff like brought it up, it was gonna happen. Socks that are named Pooya. You just wanted to spend points? Fair enough, Carter. Fair enough. Damien, welcome in. Any sort of past trauma or anxiety will be triggered by shows like BB and Survivor? 100%. And I feel like people just think it's so easy. And like, oh, it's only been 2 days. It's been 2 days, but it's also been like a week where they've been sitting there not talking to anybody and just having to think all to themselves. Phil, appreciated. Mr. Freeze, thank you for the compliment there. Sending good vibes to Andy this week. I'm glad we get to see more of his story. I agree. I will say I was one of the people who I was like, John Lovett leaves, I don't care. And then after getting to know him on the epis, on the show, I was like, damn, he really would have been a fun character. But I'm also happy Andy's story doesn't live and die here. I feel like I would like to see Andy's story more so than I would John's ultimately. And I would like for Andy to have an opportunity at redemption here. It's so easy, Amy. It really is. Soul Glue. I have no idea. This was brought to my attention recently, but I have no idea. Is Cody really the new roundtable host? I don't think so, Jamie. I don't think it's confirmed. I think online sewer events can be especially cruel to other sewer events because they all want that spot. That's the thing. I feel like early on, when there was a super fan, everyone would wrap them in a blanket and be like, you're one of us now. But the more and more super fans have been cast, the more and more we have some self-loathing super fans who are like, no, bro, fuck you. Why are you the one on the show? So This should have been me. And I think that's the bigger thing. Is that if a superfan goes on the show and doesn't perform well, people get offended. Like, I would have won if not for you being there. And that I feel like is quite ridiculous. Especially because I personally subscribe from, you do not know what your win equity is until you get on that mat, you meet all of your cast, and then see how you gel with the cast. So I listened to John's recap on the pod and Positive America, and I think he's being very good-natured about it and isn't being hard or personal to Andy. That's my take, at least. I think he understands Andy was having a human moment while still being bummed it came at the cost of his own game. I agree. I feel like at no point have I felt like John is mad at Andy. John is frustrated that his game got cut short, but I think he also empathizes with Andy having that moment. Think online server events give me a spreadsheet. I just read that, Softy. I apologize. Hope you had great talk was in San Diego, Dwight. Pooya commenters on Pod Save America video this morning were basically relieved they didn't watch any more of Survivor since John got first boot. A lot of them didn't think he got far since he hadn't lost much weight when he came back from his hiatus. Oh, so a lot of them detective that out is what you're telling me. You did say that on Sunday about the draft, but I full thought you were bluffing. No, I genuinely meant it. If I felt like someone else was better, because listen, here's the thing. I don't need to have Asia on my team to be rooting for Asia. I don't. And also, I don't need to have Asia on my team, things to go sideways, and people to be like, it was the Pooya curse. It was the double grenade curse from 41. I knew it. I don't need that. I don't need that. So I always knew whether or not Asia's on my team, I'm gonna be rooting for her. I think it's just because you don't have a person on your draft team don't mean you can't be rooting for them. The amount of winners or people I've rooted for on this show that have not been on my 3-person roster. I'm going for gold, baby. I'm trying to get that second win. Taron likes to keep saying he's picked the most winners. He's not won the draft twice. I want to be the first 2-time winner. So that was the main goal. Granted, I genuinely do think Asia was easily a top 3 pick, whether or not I knew her. So, easily. Which RJ do you think has the best draft team based on episode 1? Based on episode 1, okay. Let's do a quick walkthrough of those teams. Rob had Asia, Andy, and Sierra. No, Sierra. Yes, I think Sierra. Asia, John Lovett, and Sierra, not Andy. So Rob has 2. Rob has Asia and Sierra now. So already Rob's kind of on the back foot. Arguably, he has the best player of episode 1 in Asia. And then Sierra is looking good in a group of 4 in a alliance in a tribe of 5, so not a bad spot to be in. Then next you had Taryn, who had Andy and Genevieve and Kyle. Arguably the worst showing of any of the teams overall. Andy had a tough episode 1. Genevieve, I'm very, very curious about Genevieve's future. I have some predictions on where I think her story's going. But Genevieve was shown like one time, and that one time was saying, you know who's a good alliance member? Rome. I like Rome. We should work with Rome. Teeny? And Teeny was like, hold on. This seat's taken. Asia's on her way. Okay, we'll talk to Asia, then we'll see where we go. And then we just didn't see Genevieve again the rest of the episode. So that's bad, especially with Rome having this idol box beware advantage stuff. If that group of 4 of Asia, Teeny, Kishan, and Saul is foolproof, and they've seen all the sketchy maneuvers that Mr. Gamer, aka Rome, is pulling, I could easily see a world where they're like, all right, he's probably got something, maybe got an idol, let's play it safe, let's vote out Genevieve. I could easily see that happening. And then what's the last pick? Kyle is kind of I feel like a lot of people thought Kyle was a sleeper pick. I don't disagree, but I thought based on how much fanfare I'd seen about Kyle and his odds before I'd watched the videos myself, I was like, oh, Kyle might be like a good pick like later on or whatever. Then I watched his interview and I feel like Kyle's just a really nice guy and maybe not cutthroat enough for my liking in the game. Now, granted, he's in a good tribe, strong tribe, so he's going to be fine, but ish. Then you got my team. Tiana, a lot more quiet of an episode than I would have liked to see from Tiana, my number one pick here. But I still feel good about Tiana. So far, so smooth. We didn't see much because Blue Tribe didn't go anywhere, right? Cool. Rome, wow. Entertaining from Rome, but holy shit, man. Relax. There are so many more days you will have opportunities to do the stuff. You can't be like, yo, everyone loves me, I'm good. Peace, idle time. Like, that was wild, but it's so funny. We need someone to be entertained like that, so I'm not mad at it. I do worry for Rome's longevity, but again, we've seen people have a wild first day or two and then pivot. So we'll see. And then Sue, I would argue, kind of did the best on my team. I feel like Sue has made a couple of good pairings now. Sue was brought in on the Be Rare advantage, knows where that is, so that's good for Sue. And her team was safe, so I feel like Sue's in a good spot. So my team looking decent right now, I think. Then you got Chappelle, and Chappelle's team is Teeny, who I would argue is in a very good spot. Low key, Teeny is responsible for so many things, and I'm such a big fan of Teeny. For one, Teeny is the reason Asia is in something here, because Asia had to leave for the journey. Number two, Teeny single-handedly revived the meme of Suri and Izzy, Asia and Teeny, which I saw, and that's incredible. I think Teeny's got a lot of promise here. I think Teeny, low-key, I think right now, if you said, Pooya, who's winning? I'm looking at Teeny. I'm looking at Teeny with an Asia kicker, because I think Teeny, I think, can definitely, if they go the distance, if this group goes the distance, I think Teeny can avoid getting taken out by seeming like not the main in the group, if that makes sense. So I really like what I'm seeing from Teeny. And then what was Chappelle's second pick? We had Teeny. Then on the backswing, he picked Sam. I liked Sam in the interviews. I'm a little bit not loving what I've seen from Sam thus far in the show. I think he's athletic. Obviously, that's good. But I also feel like, did he get Sam? He picked Sam. Yes. You know what? Yes, he picked Sam. Yes. I feel, no. Wait, he did pick Sam. But how did he get both? No, Liana got Teeny. No, Liana didn't get, Liana got Teeny. That's what it was. Liana got Teeny. So I love that for Liana. Let's go to Liana's team. Then Liana picked Gabe. Holy shit. Why would you pick Gabe? I felt like Gabe was going to be wacky. Gabe is basically in the same spot as Rome a little bit. Only he's been caught more times. And his box fell on the ground and made a lot of noise, which was hilarious. So I do love that. That was great. All right, chat real quick. I'm noticing that y'all are continuously typing, which we love. I love to talk to y'all. So let me quickly scroll down and catch up with you, and then we'll continue with the draft stuff. Dupree's gal, thank you for the 30th month. She was very much featured in the episode. No Purple Asia for sure. Hell yeah. Did you watch the Survivor Talk on Pod? Not yet, Papaya. Not yet. Kitty updates? I got you on the kitty updates in a bit. I'm so surprised when people don't separate the reality character from the actual person. I watch reality TV knowing that the person can very easily make me hate someone I'd like in real life and vice versa. I think especially it's kind of like one of those things where social media, with the internet age, I feel like when you start to make a social media account, they should have a person sit you down and be like, all right, let me tell you, know how like a doctor would be like, okay, so here are some of the side effects. Here are some of the things you need to know. Here's what you're signing before you are on this medication kind of. It's like, hey, so you want the internet, yeah? So if you're a big TV viewer, unlike the 90s or the early 2000s, people are all online. People be seeing shit. And then you do this. You're like, okay, so what's your profile? Make it. And then you run them through a template of, okay, so here's what people are saying about you on the internet. And it's like, fuck you, go fuck yourself. You're so awful. You're garbage. You're trash. And then you're like, wait, I just joined the internet. How did they say all these stuff about me? Like, they didn't. But this is what a lot of people receive for being online and being creators in the space or being on TV shows. Did that feel good? No, sir, it did not feel good. Okay, then don't do that when you're online, okay? Okay, I won't do that. Just that crash course of like, do you want this to be you? No, then don't do it to others. Easy enough. But I feel like because we're in this weird world where, you know, for the early parts of the 2000s and the 2000s leading into 2010s, a lot of the internet was still like anonymous trolls doing troll shit. And I feel like while there has been a shift in the culture, there definitely was that a new Factor subscription? There was. Thank you. I don't know who did that, but thank you so much. I heard the box and stuff. I was like, what is that? Thank you. That was so cool. There has been a shift, but I think it's still like in its stage where it's starting to get different. But maybe it's going back. I don't know. Anyway, we're talking about the draft. Don't think I've forgotten. Tribes of 6 are very rough. I agree. Sarah Lynn, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. I know you get one of these, Sarah Lynn, so thank you for using it on me and for following the stream. Appreciate it. I think the superfan label is getting abused these days just because you watch all the episodes that make you superfan. In my not so humble opinion, damn, Lori, and people labeled as such aren't doing so great these days. I feel like people care too much about the titles, you know? Like what would you classify me? Am I a super fan? Because I really like the shows, but I don't know all the fucking stats. I couldn't tell you, oh yeah, wait. Okay, yes, so only 4 instances of a sniffle have happened on Survivor. Those instances were in season 13, episode 10, season 26, episode 2, season 34, episode 3, and then season 41, episode 7, minute 18. Mike Bloom can do that. I can't do that. Mike Bloom is a super fan. The rest of us are not. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm a big fan. When people are like, oh, I stan this person, I'm a big fan of that person. I really like that person. I can't stand that person. That's not me. But I think also people care about these titles too much. It does not matter that much to me. So I just have to, ow, my foot fell asleep. Just have to turn on the AC. Have you seen any of Rome DMV's rap battles? Phil, I have no idea what you're talking about. Being very honest. John on Survivor exactly like he is on Love It or Leave It and Pod Save America. Long-time RTA and Pod Save America listener here. Oh, there we go, Joelle. Yeah, I had no idea who John was until he was cast on the show, to be honest. Did we do a brand seal for this season? Might be something we're doing later tonight, Angeli. Stay tuned. Coco Honk, welcome in. College too nice to win. That's my feeling as well. Roman the Well took me out. That was so good. That was such a good moment. I think it makes sense for Rob to be grenaded. I mean, he already has the winning pick in Asia. He just needs Sierra to be the right pick for the finals. Coco, I don't think Rob's winning this draft. I don't think he's winning this draft because I don't think he's going to complete the only one other time happened 2 people in the final 3 with the winner. I don't think that's happening here. And I would love to be right because I do not want Rob winning back to back. Is that me being a menace? Is that me being mean? Maybe, but I don't want Rob winning. That is reserved for me. This was my mom's first episode of Survivor. She was so upset about John. She was they're on the same team. They're supposed to work together. Oh my God. Mandy, that was a great moment. Agreed, though I think he was being more serious than he normally is. It makes sense as he is in a new environment versus when he's in with friends on PSA. I think he didn't want to be taken like a joke and have people roast him for failing, so I think he was a little more serious and reserved. His wooden charm came through, but I think comparing and listening to him on PSA was more held back. Long-time listener both as well. Well, I think a new environment for anybody, you're not going to be how you might be on a weekly with the same people, right? Which I think everyone can agree with that. Yeah, so for a second, I forgot that Teeny was on Liana's team because I was like, I distinctly remember Chappelle saved Shannon from picking Sam. And I was like, wait, Liana picked Teeny. So that's great pick for Liana, I would say. Great pick for Liana. And then also, Gabe, what the fuck? Saul, I'll be honest with you, chat. I'll be honest with you. So, you know how Liana was like, I wanted Tiana. Well, we had talked right before we were getting on the pod. I was making a coffee and we were kind of talking about who we're looking at and stuff. And I knew she liked Tiana, but so did I. And I was not going to let Tiana go. But I knew we both also liked Saul. We had talked about how we thought Saul was a great pick, and we both low-key thought we could snipe Saul in the last round. So I wasn't going to pick Saul in that spot because I knew Liana wanted Saul and I wanted her to get Saul after losing out on Tiana. So that's why I picked Sue. At that point, I was fine because I felt like Sue and Saul, I was like, I don't think either are going to be the grenade, and I'm okay with this outcome. So I think Saul's a great pick. I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited to meet Saul properly. And then Chappelle has Sam, Annika, and Caroline. I think a great team. Sam worried me a little bit with some of the comments he made, but I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to have a middle of the road outing potentially. Annika, I'm impressed with. Being seen as the leader, I don't love for her, but I think she can overcome it, or at least hoping. And Caroline's got this thing going with Sue now, is on the blue tribe, living her best life, so can't be mad at that pick. And then with Shannon, she has Rachel, TK, and Keyshawn. I thought Rachel did pretty decently. I would argue that Rachel's kind of, you know how Sam thinks he's the glue guy? I think Rachel's the glue guy, and I don't think Sam realizes that. Rachel's giving me the glue guy vibes. TK, I will say I don't love what I got from TK. I feel like TK is a little too cocky. And I have a feeling that that's going to do him in a little bit, but I think it's going to be fun the longer we keep him. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the TK pick. And Keyshawn, we didn't really get to meet all that much, but listen, I think the number one thing that was incorrect from the preseason was that, oh, Keyshawn doesn't vibe with Teeny and Asia. Keyshawn's going to be dipped out real quick. And here we are a day later, Keyshawn, Asia, Teeny in an alliance together with Saul. So who would have knew? Liana did make that joke, Coco. Speaking of anonymity on the internet, sure sucks to be a certain pod from North Carolina. I don't feel sorry for him one bit. I saw something about that today respawning. I class up Pooya as a commentator. I appreciate that, Shisco. I like the word pundit. I like to say I'm a pundit of reality TV stuff. Grace, you're like, I think you're a Superman because you watch all episodes and watch more content about it. That's potentially, it's like if you go beyond just the episodes, does that make you a super fan? Like podcasts and stuff? You should be standing for Asia. Listen, Asia's my friend. Love Asia. I'm rooting for Asia. I stand nobody. I stand maybe my wife. I feel like standing is unhealthy for the body. I couldn't put things in order or name tribes or anything like that. I forget the cast once the new one starts. I have a good, decent memory with remembering the cast, but I do not remember tribe names, which is probably my biggest kryptonite. So I did like the doctor bit as well, Mandy. I agree. Well, yes, exactly. All right, chat. So we're caught up with the chat once again. There's a total of like 17 questions right now. So let me get through some of these. TwitchCon having any FOMO? Have you been before? The closest I got to going was last year. I was going to go to the Vegas one, and then closer to last minute, decided against it because it was going to be a lot of money thrown in, and it was going to be very last second trip. So I didn't. But no, I feel TwitchCon's not going anywhere. If I'm going to end up going, I'll go in the future at some point, hopefully. Would you stream Blood on the Clock Tower again, or are you not into streaming it anymore? Sorry, I'm sure this has been asked before. Actually, not been asked as often as you may think, question asker. I'll be honest. I don't love the personally streaming Blood on the Clock Tower because I feel like I can't, like, obviously I talk to y'all and play the game, but I feel like, especially when I'm in flow state of trying to figure the game out, I'm a lot more quiet than I'd like to be, and I don't like being quiet on stream. I can't sit in silence. I'm not good at that with streaming. If I'm streaming, I gotta be talking to you. You know what I mean? So that's the number one reason. That, and like I get in my head a lot and I'm thinking about the game and shit, so I want to try and keep in on it, if that makes sense. So So I would say unlikely. I would say never say never. But more often than not, I'm probably not going to stream. I'm probably going to participate only. Thankfully, Dwight streams the whole thing, and he gets to storytell and jump into all the rooms, so you get to hear a lot of the stuff, which is good. Oh, Carter, thank you for the sound drop redeem. Dealer's choice. I'm on a spending spree tonight. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Carter. I'll see what I'll do with it. It's too intense. It can be very intense for sure. Will you and Liana be ordering any Janky World merch from the CBS? From the CBS store? Maybe. I don't know. Don't tell her. So, don't tell her. Because she would. So, yeah. Terran streams it still. He does. Terran does. I think Scally does when he's playing. Kirsten does when she's playing. You have plenty of options. Christian does when he's playing. So. Maybe for co-host against somebody because there's no strategy there, not the same kind of strategy. That's fair. Well, no, if I'm co-hosting again, I'd still like, I want Dwight to get his it's his thing. I don't want to co-storytell and snipe it. I know he would fully say you can go ahead and do it. I'm more likely to stream if I'm co-hosting than I would be if I'm not co-hosting, if I'm just playing. I would say that's fair, actually. Let me run that back a little. Does Pooya agree with Shannon that Liana is the next person after Asia who would be good at playing Survivor? Yes. Of the drafters, 100%. I would say it goes Liana. I mean, we're not counting Rob in this equation. We're counting, it's between me, Liana, Shannon, Taryn, Chappelle, Asia. Asia's been on. Liana would be the next one for me. And then that leaves me, Chappelle, Shannon, Taryn. I think of the four of us in the physical comps and stuff, I would give the edge to Taryn. Taryn is strategic. I think socially I may have him beat, but I think Taryn's the natural next pick there. I think I'm after Taryn, to be honest. You're left with Chappelle and Shannon. And I'm not gonna break the tie there. I'm not gonna break the tie there. For sure, end hero. McKenna, you're good. You don't need any DoorDash. You don't want that DoorDash. Oh, thank you, Shiska. I appreciate that. I love this you storytell again. Hey, we'll see if it's in the cards in the future. Liana, Caroline, and Jam together would be iconic. That would be incredible. Who am I rooting for in that combination? If you co-storytell again, it would be fun to see another POV and would still watch you both because you can hit different combos. Exactly. All right, Mandy. I've been convinced. If I'm to co-storytell, you can expect a stream from me. Chappelle way too low. This is why he wins everything. Well, he'll be underrated for sure. Make no mistake. But also, Chappelle's patience, I think, is his Achilles heel. Because I think he's got the best social game of the bunch. If you've met him at any of these RHAP events, if you ask people, hey, can you rank all the podcasters based on how you felt about your interactions here with them today? Chappelle's number one on everyone's ballot, easily. And I think that's a testament to how good he is at making a good appearance, talking to people, being responsive. But I think his patience would run thin. This is why he wins everything. Didn't Chappelle win the RHAP Traders thing? Yes, Hacksource. Didn't Pooya win a RHAP themed org that featured a lot of the people that we're talking about? I beat Liana and Shannon handily. And Rob. I beat Rob. I smoked them. All of them. But no, that's what I'm saying, Hacksource. A day game, Chappelle can kill it. I've played a Big Brother org with Chappelle, and we ended up in the Final Four together. But 26 days, no food, Chappelle can't have his eats. It's a different Chappelle. Chappelle has all his eats in the world and was talking about drowning people. Hey, Coco, no one said that. No one said that. Nobody said that. All right, Archie fan, that was not necessary. That pot shot was not necessary. What are your upcoming plans for the stream? Well, right now, to look ahead real quick, so 90-day podcast going strong at the moment. Masked Singer podcast is coming back next week. Traders Canada is starting next week. Big Brother is still going on. The Circle is happening. So right now I've got 5 podcasts on my hands next week. I'm basically planning a shift in plans and things once Big Brother's over. Right now. You're good, RJ, man. You're good. Perfect. Next question. Are you excited about Traders Season 2 Canada? Yes. Hell yes. Can't wait to see what Netta brings to the table. That starts on Monday, chat. We're like 2 days away. 2.5 days away. I'm currently unsure if we're going to be doing the podcast live after the episodes because we need to see because last year, the way we watched them was thanks to the community, people who had the links in Discord. That we watched live through, screen share and Stitch. But I don't know if we have access at the moment. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. So might have to wait for the next day. So we'll see. You plan to stream at 10? Jordan, love hearing that. Well, in that case, we'll be going live right after the pod, I think. I just got to talk to Scally, make sure we're both on the same page to do that. And then we'll do that. So yeah. Mondale being USA can help rest the season. Sounds good, Christy. Jordan, thank you for kicking us off here. All right. But yeah, respawning should be in the Discord. Obviously, I need to get caught up on the Circle tomorrow before Trader starts. Yes. And I'll say this, chat, this new season of Circle has been hitting. So definitely check it out if you have the time. I've been enjoying it so far. Did you see the Hulu show with Gino got renamed? I did. Interesting that they've changed it up already. Yeah, this is Hulu's edition of Traders for sure, RGA fan. Well, to be fair though, Got to Get Out was a horrible name. Horrible name. Hey, Sarah Lynn with the first time message says, I am loving this season of The Circle. It's been great 8 episodes in, honestly. No, the AI thing was a twist from last season, Coco Hong. We got a different twist this season. Your mileage may vary on how you feel about it. Who's actually on Traders Canada? Does someone have the tweet to send to Christy? Because I'm not sure if I have it on hand at the moment. Have you applied to any reality TV? What are your top 3 you'd want to play? I would like to play. I feel like I would like to play. Okay. Traders. It's funny. I'm about to say Traders, The Circle, and Survivor probably would be the 3. Traders and The Circle because I think I do decently at both. And I think they're more well suited to my capabilities. Survivor because it'd be a good challenge for me. I am very much a homebody. I hate snakes and wildlife and outdoors. So it'd be funny to watch me struggle. Actually, would it be funny or would people be like, this fucking super fan piece of trash doesn't know what he's like, would I get that treatment? But I think I'd be good in the social components and the strategy components of the game. So I feel like I could do something there, I could dabble, and I would like to see if I adapt and I get better. And also it'd be for $1 million. So it'd be worth the try. You know? It would never be Big Brother. I would never go on Big Brother. Big Brother, I would go on goddamn fucking Hell's Kitchen before I go on Big Brother, and I don't cook like a chef does. I cook like me. There's so many other shows I would do before Big Brother now. It's actually wild, chat. People would like to play the mole because he's the number one detective. Actually, Archie fan, you're not wrong. The mole is up there. Can I just have a proud uncle moment? Uncle Jay's nephew started kindergarten this year, and his teacher has already given him an award for excellence for empathy. She said, "I'm so proud of Ian." Ian responds, Ian notices students who are left out and brings them in, pays attention, responds when a classmate is sad or upset, and is always one of the first to greet his classmates and make them feel welcome. Keep up the great work, Ian. Oh, that's so incredible. That's incredible. To have that level of empathy that young, that's awesome. How about the Anonymous? I think the Anonymous would be fun as well. I wouldn't be mad at the Anonymous. I think the Anonymous would be a good time. Yeah, obviously Anonymous is on the list as well. Have you seen Sequester Maze? Someone needs to bring it back. Tony, I've lived it, friend. I've done it before. Remember, I dominated it for a little bit. But no, I don't think it needs to be brought back. I think it honestly, by the time it was starting to wrap up, it was too much of a good thing. All the games lost meaning. There was like 2 games a night almost at times. And it just kind of all of it lost meaning. And I think it's better to keep it in its little like memory bubble. Carter. Prefer MILF Manor? Relax, fam. I not interested. Not my show. Not my show. I must remember Ahmad accidentally screwing over Terran's game. Yeah, see, Ahmad made the mistake of saying it was an accident. I would have said I did that on purpose, like when I voted Ahmad out in that same spot when it was my game. Me and Liana nearly pulled it off in our first game where we split the they split the votes on me and Liana. We each got 1 vote and we both voted out Bobby. Granted, we expected Bobby to vote out. Well, I felt like Bobby was speaking like he was going to vote out Liana, which is dumb because you're out of the game. Who cares at this point? But I knew it's either Liana or Jenny. It's not me. And he kicked Leon out. But we fully thought at that point we could have maybe got the finesse over. The Survivor ones were so good though. And they listen, I agree, Tony. They were a good time, but we will always have those moments. I think some of them are on YouTube if you search them up. Not all of them, but I think the big ones, the big name ones are on there. Mass Dancer, Dancing with the Stars, says Scally. Listen, I got the moves, but do I got those moves? I don't know. I would still do that before Big Brother, genuinely. Hannah, thank you for the 47-month. Appreciate you. There's an edited version of the RHU, and yeah, we watched that during the Hype Challenge together. It was a good time. Well, y'all should do Dancing with the RHA podcasters. We shouldn't do that, Jordan. I don't think that's the move. Hey, appreciate it, Kat. I'm glad you're enjoying the tunes. Okay. Chat. Hold on. Hold on, where am I looking at? Am I a good dancer? I'm not like a trained dancer. Like, I don't know, like, ooh, this is how you do this move. But what I can do is have a good time on the dance floor. And I think that's a very underrated thing to be able to pull off and do. So in that sense, I am proficient in that. So in that, yes. In what you would say, can you do this dance move? No, I don't do dance moves. I let the music tell me what moves I'm doing. That's kind of my move. That's my maneuver. That's how I operate. So there you go. All right. Next question in the forum is, why aren't you at TwitchCon? Because I'm here chilling. I did not have the let me level with you. I did not have the budget in me to travel to and from San Diego and stay and pay for like hotel, airfare, and food and drink and everything for 3 days in San Diego for TwitchCon. I didn't. Especially because I got a couple other trips this year that have happened that are coming up. It just wasn't in the books for this one. But, you know, maybe in the future. Like I said, it's not, TwitchCon isn't going anywhere, so I'm not too concerned right now. I really wish I was able to pull it off last year, but that's fine. Well, other opportunities will present themselves when the time is right. When the time is right. Makeda. Let's see. All right, next question. Would you rather play Jet Lag or Hunted? Hunted is a lot more intense and probably higher stakes. Jet Lag is more fun, so Jet Lag. I would say Jet Lag probably. That's the more fun option here. Easily. Easily. Well, Jet Lag is a Coco. It's a YouTube show. Are you watching the new season? I've not yet, Jordan, to be honest. RHAP Hunted when? Who's the chasers in the RHAP Hunted though? Who's chasing us? Who's tracking us down? By the way, though, I think if it was a team of me and Liana, we win easily. We beat them. We win hands down. Hands down. RHAP event, how was that? You'd lose so fast. Scally, my cheat code, no one, and when I say no one, I mean no one, outside of old photos, has seen me without a beard in my entire time on RHAP. Liana's never seen me with a beard. I've not seen myself without a beard. If I want to win, it's a simple, complete reshift and look. Take the whole beard down, and already I'm a different person. You're not going to find me. I'm telling you. You're not going to find me. It's over. It's over. The demeanor changes. Completely. I become somebody else. Entirely. Watch Hunted, don't know the premise. I'm picturing intense hide and seek. It's basically, the premise was you're in pairs, like it's you and a friend sign up, or you and, you know, your partner or whatever, and the goal is you're on the run. You're trying to run away from like professional law enforcement people that have had training in law enforcement that are going to be trying to track you down. There's a preset amount of days that you have to survive in order to win, basically. So that's what it was. The team that went to talk about the show was so good, I need to rewatch. It was a good time. I wish we had a second season.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Jimmy, thank you for the 47 month with the tier 2. Appreciate you, Jimmy. Welcome back once again. Welcome back, welcome back. All right, chat. Like I said earlier, this stream is sponsored by Factor. We are partnering up with Factor for this month, and we got some fun things. So, you know, Factor is a food delivery service where you don't got to worry about prepping, no cooking, unlike some other services out there. You just go online, you pick your meals, and then they send you the meals. They've been chef prepared, ready to go. You pop them in the microwave, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however the instructions tell you, and it's good to go. And it's fresh, not frozen at all. No prep, no mess. You get that meal in all of 2 minutes. If you use my link, if you're a new subscriber to Factor, you get 50% off your first box, 20 off the future, the next month. So the link is in my chat right now, strms.net/factor75_Pooya. Feel free to go ahead and do that if you would like. If you don't, that's also cool. But I want to do one thing before we head out, okay, chat? One thing before, sorry. Let me rephrase. We're not going anywhere. In fact, I want to have y'all decide where we go after this moment. But if you can give me a couple minutes of your time to go through the Factor website and potentially help me make my picks for this week, my dinner picks. Okay? If you're down to do that with me, then I'll tell you where we're going after this, okay? Deal. Cool. Dinner draft, hell yeah. Hell yeah. We are not doing a cheeky 20 tonight. Relax. Chat, why? Okay, hold on. All right, after this quick segment, we will jump over to cat photos. I want to talk potential brand steals. We're going to answer some more questions. We still got a lot of stream to go here, chat, okay? So bear with me. Let's see. No, we're not marbling for the Factor meals. We're doing something different for them Factor meals, chat. All right, chat. So here you have it. We're going to quickly look through these options. I'm going to pick 5 options that I might like. And then I would like to see which one you think is the best one. Can we at least get 3-minute maps tonight? I will try my best to get as many of the good... I typically try my best to do that already, where I try to set it up that way where we have longer maps. But we'll see. What's my go-to dish if I'm asked to cook? I make a really good omelet now, I find. Or egg dish. So I feel like that's the go-to, but that should be everyone's go-to. I feel like I'm not really doing anything special there, you know? All right, chat. So like I said, every option you see on the screen right now, these are all microwavable. They get chef prepared and sent directly to your door, ready to go. So here's the options I'm looking at considering putting on here. Right out the gate, I'm kind of feeling... Hold on, they pre-picked a couple for me. I feel like maybe based on some of the stuff I've done before.
Who would have thought? Not me.
So I'm kind of feeling this, what's it called? And they do have some more gourmet options if you wanted like a chimichurri filet mignon and shrimp. It's a little extra on the old order, but you can do that. They arrive fresh, not frozen. They get sent to you in a box, and they put some ice packs in the bottom of the box, so none of it goes bad upon delivery. And then you just pop them in the fridge, pop them in the microwave when they're ready. Basically. That's the way that'll go. Russ, thank you for the 44th month. You appreciate you. All right. Let's get through this together, chat. I personally feel like I would like to go with... Ooh, Indian butter, tofu, lentils, and rice. Okay, I'm not a fan of tofu, to be honest with you, chat. Spicy Southwestern style turkey and mac. I'm not mad at this one, you know. I feel like this could be a good option for me. This is USA only, unfortunately, Christy. Yes. So I feel like for me, spicy Southwestern style turkey and mac could be a shout. I do like my shit. I do like my food spicy. I'm not opposed to some spicy, you know. So we could do that. Or let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna add that one in initially. Add this one. Are these choices you'll be sharing with Liana? I believe they're all for me. Only me in consideration here. No Liana. So we got that one in the box right now. Indian style butter chicken. I would like to try it. I would like to consider that one. Stroganoff style beef burger.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
I think I'd mess with that one a little bit. Ground beef and thyme cottage pie. No. Parmesan cream shrimp and zucchini noodles. No. Tova, thank you for the 43rd month. Appreciate you. Thank you for using One Prime here on me. Hey, welcome in, Taylor. All right. Let me scroll back up real quick. I feel like we didn't get a good gander of the early stuff. Let's see. Chicken and mushroom cauli rice risotto. Not for me, you know, if I'm being honest with you, chat. Sweet tomato beef and pepper macaroni. I feel like I don't want to do a macaroni one, maybe. Well, I still have, how many did I pick? I still have 2 more to pick, I think. So I have 2 more to pick here. Chicken pot pie. Did I see 2 of you bring up the chicken pot pie? Should I be looking at the chicken pot pie? All right. Let's see. Yeah, chicken pot pie pasta. All right. So I saw a couple of people bring this up. Chicken pot pie? Buddha bowl? Where's the Buddha bowl, Coco? Did I miss that? Was that up there somewhere? Oh, yeah. Peanut Buddha bowl. Peanut Buddha bowl. Potato leek and mashed chicken. Where is that? I feel like that's come up as well. This one? This one looks good too, you know. Okay. All right. I've decided. It's been decided. All right. So I, for this week, have selected Stroganoff style beef burger, Indian style butter chicken, chicken pot pie pasta, the 4, 1C and 3 Ps, spicy Southwestern style turkey and mac, and potato leek mash and grilled chicken. Those are my options for this week. That's what I'm looking at. Now, I would like to do one last thing with y'all before we move on to talking about some other stuff. And I would like to run a poll. And I would like to find out which of these factor meals is the most appealing to you. Just so I have a rough idea of the 5 options I'm gonna go through. Which one do you fancy the most? Okay. Is it the potato leek mash and grilled chicken? Okay, I'm running out of letters. That's not ideal, but I'm going to make it work. There we go. Is it? Oh, these are all very long for a poll, but it's fine. Spicy, turkey, and mac. Southwestern style, SW style. Does that make sense? Southwestern SW? I think so. Southwest style. I'm running out of letters for that too. All right, spicy, turkey, and mac it is, chat. Or is it chicken pot pie pasta? No way this fits. Chicken pot pie pasta. You know what? The only one that did. Or last but not least, actually there's two more left. Indian style butter chicken. So I'm just going to write butter chicken because what? Butter chicken. Or stroganoff style. Oh, yeah, I'm noticing a theme here. There's a lot of style. But that's just because they're going out of the box with the ideas, folks. They're trying different things here. Okay. Stroganoff style burger. Chat, you have 2 minutes. Let me know which one you fancy the most. A poll is already active. How is a poll active while I'm running a poll? How is a poll active while I'm... Oh, hold on. Let me try it again. Okay. All right. So Mandy's already on top of this. I didn't even need to do the poll. Mandy's doing the poll herself. I guess... why be involved, right? Why be involved with Mandy's already doing it? All right. I guess I'll vote for my pick. Well, thank you, Mandy. Thank you for keeping the chat entertained while I was keeping myself entertained, I guess. I just thought that Mandy couldn't have gotten all the options written down while I was scrolling through them. And I was like, let me not dictate to Mandy. I feel like that's not a good move. Are there vegetarian options from Factor? Yes, because love. They've got vegetarian options. They've got keto options, carb conscious. Vegan and veggie is a filter you can use. They have calorie smart, what's it called? Tabs as well. They've got quite a bit of options. So for example, the foods change every week. And this week there are 35 meal options to pick from for this next delivery window. The week after that, it's going to be a whole new menu, different stuff added in there. So there's quite a few stuff there. I need more faith in Mandy. I have all the faith in the world. All right. So for the results, by 1 vote differential, Indian butter chicken has beat spicy Southwestern style turkey and mac. So congratulations to Indian style butter chicken for taking the crown. Low key, I voted Indian butter chicken. So I broke the tie in a way. Y'all nearly tried to tie it, chat. I see you, but I also got involved. I put my vote in and it worked out. Nope, no revote. The vote is done. The vote is done. Thank you, chat. So yeah, if you're interested at all, chat, at any point in the next month, exclamation Factor will get you the link to the Factor deal, to my link. You get 50% off your first box. You get 20% off the following, the next month of orders. So you can check that out. This is for, I believe, if you're a new subscriber or a new sign up. So if you've not given it a try before, go ahead and try it. Ask me. I've tried it before, so I'm willing to give you a testimony of how I felt about it. And I know there's people in the chat that have also tried it in the past as well. So definitely you can ask one of them. If you're like, can I trust you, Pooya? Hey, don't trust me. You can ask others. I'm fine with that. It's a good quality. Daisy, in all honesty, it was great quality. Like, I was floored because when I got it, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I'm microwaving this. How good could it be? It almost is unfair to call it a microwaved meal because I've had other microwave meals, like the ones I would get at a store, and they are very different in quality, for sure. Everyone sign up and we'll order the same thing. Pooya doesn't eat it on the pad while playing marbles. Oh my God. Yeah, for the cheeky 20 that y'all tried to get put together, chat. I see you, chat. I see your ways. All right. Shall we continue with the form? So here's what I was thinking, chat. I was thinking we have Goose Goose coming up on Sunday. I want to run the Brant Steel Sunday after stream. What do y'all think about that? Sorry, after Goose Goose. I want to run the Survivor brand seal for this season on Sunday. Would you be down with that? Is that a good plan or bad plan? Yes or no? You let me know as I move this browser back over here. All right. That way I can set it up with like all the teams and everything too. Not teams, players. Doing it now I would have to go get all the photos and stuff set up. But if you're down, next week we can make it happen. Oh, sorry, Sunday next week. Next stream we can make it happen. All right, next question in the form. Thoughts on the Mr. Beast lawsuit or his Lunchables drama? Okay, so I've not seen the lawsuit, but the Lunchables drama, I feel like Mr. Beast really is trying to like be like, hey, look at this other stuff. And it's like, well, no, can't look at the other stuff right now. Also, you're not going to distract us here with this stuff. But like, I think there's definitely some misconceptions. For one, it's not an energy drink in the Lunchable. It is a prime hydration, so it's kind of like a Gatorade, calorie free. But that doesn't excuse. I still feel like Lunchables, Lunchly, like these are not healthy options, and you're clearly trying to get a quick buck out of these children. You know. Quick Asia win as a Sunday treat sounds fun. There we go. There we go. Will it run too late if you do it after Goose Goose? Lori, I don't think so. Just on anticipation, based on the number of people that are not going to be around for Goose, through going to TwitchCon and some other stuff. I have a feeling we'll have time for Brand Steel. You have feelings about the Lunchables thing? Hey, Yam, feel free to share. Kids don't need fake sweetener. Kids need calories. Saying it's lower calories, not selling point for kids. That's a very fair point. That is a very fair point. That is a very fair point. Also, did someone say cats? I got cat photos for you. This is a photo of Clam infiltrating Liana's shoes after she got back from work. All right, and then this is the same cat being a menace, trying to get fed. I feel like you get a lot of pictures of pearls. These are the rare Clam photos. All right. And then I'm still going to give you a Pearl photo because Pearl is great. I'm trying to find a good one. I'll give you this one. I think this is a repost. You've already seen this one, but here's a picture of both of them. Do they get along? Oh yeah. Clam is a bit of a shit stir. Pearl just minds her own business and lives her life. Clam is the one that's constantly trying to like mess with Pearl when she can. Do you know if you clone a Torty like Clam or Calico, the clone would not be a Torty or Calico? Wait, Tara, what does that even mean? I don't understand what that means. What do you mean you haven't fed her in a million years? How dare you, Softy? When you intend to stream with your cats. The thing is, Bymar, I feel like Kellis seems to be a lot more willing to chill. My cats have no chill. They don't hang out. If I bring them in a room, they leave that room. My old cat, Winston, who's with my sister now, Winston would hang out here. If I said, hey, Winston, I'm going to sit Winston here, Winston will not move from there. Winston will be chill. Clam and Pearl, they do not dance to the beat of anyone's drum but their own. Are you watching Industry? I am not watching Industry at the moment. That's the HBO show, right? That's going on right now. I've not watched it. I'm being honest. Is it good? And should I watch it? You let me know. All right. Someone sent me a tweet. I'm going to see what this is. I'm going to see what this is. Oh, Chelsea back in 2018 tweeted, or not tweeted, posted an Insta photo and it's the caption read, "Don't you hate it when you're in a relationship but the other person doesn't know?" Oh my God. Well, it's over, Pooya. Someone wrote Romo Survivor 47 winner. Why are you saying it's over to me? I win the draft if first of all, who's Romo? But if it's Romo, I win, okay? So what do you mean it's over to me? I'm the wrong person to say it's over to. I'd love a stream of The Boys character tier list or a portion of a stream. That's it. That's the question. I mean, that's definitely doable at some point because I do have a vast knowledge of the show after consuming the whole thing in like 3 days. So my cat is being my foot warmer. That's so cute, Joelle. When it's more than one cat, they tend to be a bit more chaotic. I think they fuel each other's naughtiness. That's fair. Definitely. The clone would most likely be black or orange because you need DNA from 2 separate X chromosomes to make a Tordio Calico. Oh, wow. I did not know this. Rush is in elite game mode. They did something. Ooh, Taylor, is it like is it similar to FIFA Street, Taylor, or is it different? 20k brownie points for tier list suggestions. No. Do not, mods, refund if someone does that. Does the tier list suggestion ones. Because those ones go in a goblet and then they get shelved until sometime where I have time. Whereas this person said they're willing to have it be a portion of the stream, which could like happen, let's say next week, middle of the pad kind of thing, you know? Need shoe brand styling from Liana, please? I can check and let you know. Is it Brooks? I don't think it's Brooks. I can check definitely. Oh, you're good. You're good, Lori. Do you have a hot take on anything right now? Hot take. Honestly, I don't think I do. Liana walks down checking your shoe brands. I mean, nice of you to think Liana's awake at midnight, Mandy. Hey, P, I'm a Marine currently stationed in North Carolina. Sometimes very tough being away from my family. Well, what gets me through is your streams. Thank you for making me laugh and helping me push forward. God bless P. Well, thank you so much, question asker. I know being away from family is tough. Thank you for what you do, man. And I'm glad I can keep you entertained when I can with my silliness and my ranting and my outrage. I'm glad you enjoy the content. Is Goose Goose happening on Sunday? Yes. If so, can you tease who will be playing? No one knew. How about that for a teaser? No one knew, and the roster is still not complete, as in it's still pending, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm still waiting on some responses, still getting the list up. That's currently happening. We got a couple of returns, but no one knew. Is anyone checking on baby Andy or know how he's doing? I'm sure the online chatter about episode 1 has been tough. So Rob talked about this on the BB Survivor Q&A today, that he has reached out. Baby Andy has been staying offline and just living his life. So I think he's fine. I texted him one message on Wednesday mid-episode, and I got a response. So I was like, okay, you all right? You good? So yeah, I think he kind of could have anticipated what was going to come, and he's made the healthy choice of not dealing or looking at any of it. It's just a fast-paced game, even though it's the same amount of game as a normal game, but it gets rough when your team refuses to pass. Oh my god, so you control only one player in that, eh, Taylor? John's story would have been way more interesting than Andy. I mean, sure, I'm not disagreeing with you, but my personal biases, I have met Andy, and knowing how big of a fan of the show Andy is, I would have hated if Andy's story on Survivor began and ended with this one episode. I would like for him to have a redemption. And as much as I was very surprised with John, because like I said, I know a lot of you are listeners of his show, are fans of him. I had not heard of him before. My first time being introduced to John. I liked his episode, But also, I think John is someone who would have hogged all the camera time for sure. Not in a he would want to do it, the show would do that. And I feel like that could potentially gotten tiring. But even that said, I still feel like we lost a good one that night, regardless of who would have gone out there. I think John still had plenty to give more than an episode. I agree with you there. When is the next Lunch Marble stream? We've done it twice now. We've done it twice. Both times was during a longer stream. I believe one was a 24-hour stream, one was a 12-hour stream. The thing is, I don't eat on stream. I don't like eating on stream. So I would avoid doing that on default. So the next time there's a long form stream, I guess, maybe. So yeah. I still love that Teeny's like, oh my god, it's RGB Asia, and then entirely yelled. I was like, who? John who? Honestly, I'll say this for Asia. I think she landed on the best possible tribe for her. Like, that tribe was a match made in heaven for Asia. I think very thankful, and she is lucky to get in that, but I'm very thankful she got in that tribe. I'll piggyback on that. I joined in here when I was in Austin. All my family was 3.5 hour drive away. A little over a year ago, I moved back here. Less than a 5-minute drive from everybody, but I still make time for my new lesson 2 fam. Hey, Respawn, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey, I'm glad we got to entertain you while you were 3.5 hours away. I'm happy we get to entertain you 5 minutes away. All right, next question. 11:25 just got here. I'm wondering, are you enjoying the circle? Is it any good? It's on my list, but I haven't yet. And of course, we'll watch the podcast at that point too. I will say this earnestly. I felt like the last season of the circle was very good. I enjoyed it. I felt like, oh, finally, maybe the circle US is back. Maybe they figured something out. Maybe this is the time for it to grow. And then I felt a little bit worried. I was like, but can they really keep it up and do back-to-back good seasons? Because the Circle US famously is not a good track record from where I'm standing. I'm here to tell you, 8 episodes in, this is a very fun cast. It's been a very fun season. I think they've made some key format changes that I fancy, and it makes you more invested in the players, and I really like the players this time around. So I would say definitely watch it. That scene when she had the whole beach hunting roam was so funny to me. Right? Dude, Teeny was like, wait, Asia's going to join us. And to Asia's credit, once she joined in, she kind of just naturally felt into place. How often do we see someone come out of the island, the journey, and people be like, okay, cool, you're part of us now. No questions asked, no skeptical stuff. Like, this was day one. This was day one. Asia got to talk to her tribe for the first time after the journey. And also, how sick was that moment where she tried to grab the key from TK's hand? Well, TK's like, no, don't do that. I was like, oh, TK, you scared? I was like so hoping she could pull it off, but it's fine. She'll have her moment. She'll have her moment. Were you in the audience for RG's preview of the summit? I was not, because that was last Friday, was it? Or the Friday before? It was on a Friday and I wasn't around. So far, Rome seems like the Q of the season. No shot. It's way too early, Daisy. It's way too early to draw that comparison, because Q was very much more chaotic. So far, Rome's chaoticness can be thrown into one and one thing only, looking for the idol. Besides that, we haven't seen him be more chaotic. If anything, the next time on with him dancing at the tribe, it reminded me of the next time on they did with Bruce dancing on the boat a little bit. A Rome skirt coming. Yeah, no one is Q is Q. But we'll see. I think he's going to be a fun character. All right, next question in the forum as we start making our way through this. What is your favorite Survivor season of all time? This might be a cop-out. My favorite Survivor season of all time is an Australian season of Survivor. Australian Survivor. This last season of Australian Survivor. So Titans versus Rebels is my favorite season of Survivor of all time. If you were to say, well, Pooya, how about an American season? Which American season would be your choice? I would then tell you that I have quite a few in my upper echelon. But among them is San Juan del Sur, is Second Chances. I'm a big fan of Second Chances. After having watched it for the first time in the last year, Pearl Islands is up there. And obviously your regulars, Heroes, Villains is going to be up there as well. But number one is not even from the US. It's Australian Survivors, Titan versus Rebels, the last season of Australian Survivor. And for me, it's because it was all hits, no misses, and it was like 40 episodes. And it's hard to do 40 episodes without hits and with no hits and misses, you know? Or sorry, with all hits. Do you think Parv, Tony, Suri have any shot of making it far in AU Survivor? I think it's definitely possible, Coco. I think finding out what the format of the show is going to be important for that. But also on a show where everyone is a threat, I don't see why not. These guys from last time we're talking about International Season of Survivor where apparently people, oh my God. Yeah, no, I have heard about that from like other franchises, like some European ones have had that. But yeah, Kageon the GOAT. Kageon's up there. I think it's like right outside my top 5 maybe. But it's up there. Oh my gosh, right after I submitted my question, you answered that you are loving the circle. Delete. Well, too late. I answered it again. But no worries. All good. If anything, new people may have come in. We expanded on a little bit, so it's good. What non-reality TV shows are you watching at the moment? Any particular recommendations? Shout out to my Discord. They're doing their own little Lost rewatch journey at the moment where some people are watching it for the first time. So I've been jumping in and catching an episode or two with them. I've watched Lost multiple times in the past. And right now, the last show I watched that was non-scripted was The Boys. I'm currently not watching anything non-scripted. The scripted plate is very thick and full for me right now. But I remember there was another show on my list to tackle in the future. Actually, there's more than one. Let me not lie to you. But I don't remember what they are, if that's fair to say. So, nothing at the moment. I think A versus the World is 14 plus 48 days, so maybe travel every night. I have to imagine, well, not every night, because I think in the first couple of days there'll be some gaps, and then we're gonna move into an every night format until like the final 2, because that's what they do in AU, right? So probably like one, like the first tribal one happened for 2 days, and then every other night is like one. What's your team looking like for this weekend? FPL, Taylor, or what are we talking about? I went over and finally got my sister to finish the first season of Boys today. Her reaction was so much fun. The Boys is a wild show, y'all. It was Who Done in the Mole. Jimmy, are they not scripted though? Oh, sorry, they're not. Sorry, they're non-reality TV shows. I know I said non-scripted. The person said non-reality TV show. Those two are reality TV shows, so they don't count. My partner's watching Lost for the first time. It's actually quite fun to see someone experience Lost for the first time. That's been my experience as well, watching from the sideline and watching people react to it for the first time. It's a good time. It's a good journey. Which reality TV show would you play if both Liana and you have to be in it? Honestly, I know I said there's many shows I would do before Big Brother. The only way I do Big Brother is if me and Liana get to be secret pairs like BB26. That would be the way. That would be the move. So. Sorry, that's true. Is it true though? Is it? FPL. So I think this week I didn't make any changes. I kept my, actually no, that's lies. I did do 2 transfers. So my team going into this week is I've got Emiliano Martinez in goal. I've got Saliba, Virgil, and Mazraoui as the defense. I've got Onana, Bruno Guimaraes, Eze, Son, and Luis Diaz in midfield. And then I've got Erling Haaland and Havertz in my attack. My bench is Kilman, Calvert-Lewin, and Max Keane, Michael Keane. Not Max Keane, Max Kilman. On my defense, on my bench, sorry. So, there you go. That's the team. That's the squad. I want to rewatch Lost, but it's kind of frustrating knowing how it ends. Honestly, I'll tell you this, Ichiami, doing multiple rewatches, the end has not become, it's become more palatable for me, potentially. On latest Survivor AU, wonder how the person won with having that in front. It was shocking. It was pleasantly seemed like but they did it. It's a good shout. I'd start Calvert over Havertz. Are you well? Is this because they're facing City? I mean, that's fair. But Lewin might not even play, Loki. Please tell me that when potential loss spoilers are over. There's no loss. We're not talking anything beyond that. I'm moving to the next question right meow. And the next question is, do you miss living in Canada? Time to time, yeah. I miss the poutine. I miss the shawarma. I feel like it was like a little more friendly there for me. I miss the money. I feel like the physical cash in Canada is better. But America and US have a lot of similarities, so it's not like I feel like I'm in a different place all that much, if that makes sense, you know? So I don't quite have that feeling. And the money is plastic and waterproof. The things I don't like about Lost... No. Oh, it's overhated. Yeah. I agree. I think that's the case with a lot of shows that people... I think the only show that I feel like has the perfectly rated or hated ending, there's two shows. One is How I Met Your Mother. The other one's Game of Thrones, personally. My favorite part is when the boat gets wings at Papaya. The How I Met Your Mother ending is bad. It's not like Calvert ain't scoring. They just losing from 2-goal leads. That's true, but he might not play, which is why I wouldn't play him. It's a 75% chance, and it's a little risky pickings. Now watch me regret this decision, Taylor, and you hit me with I told you so. Physical money tier list? I mean, I've not experienced a lot of currencies in my lifetime, you know? I don't know what's waterproof. Yeah, it's plastic, and if you put water on it, you can dry it off relatively quickly, whereas with American money being paper, it's gonna get soggy. Do you have any favorite fruits? Oh, hell yeah. Pineapple number 1. Pomegranate number 2. I feel like the next 3 kind of shift around, but cherry is up there. Mango juice is like top tier. Peach, I love peaches as well. That's 5. There's a lot. I'm a big fan of green apples as well, so green apples are up there too for me. You remember Under the Dome? I remember seeing the commercials for that Pixie. I never watched it. Current Canada money was modeled after Australia. So yeah, what you're telling me is I should love Australian money first, then Canada. Hear me out. I remember this isn't bad as a binge because you didn't wait for 9 years. D's, that's definitely fair. I think especially if you're first time watching it, you're doing it on a binge, it might not feel as much whiplash. But oof, watching it from the beginning, whiplash was felt. How about a worst television series final bracket or tier list? That's a fun one, May. That's a fun one potentially. The only issue I have with a stream like that is that it's hard to not feel like I'm spoiling a whole show for people because we're talking about the ending. So for example, when we do when we're doing like the best sitcoms or stuff, it's easier because we kind of talk about the greatest hit moments and like there's so many that people might hear a thing and move on. But when it's actively talking about the finale of a show, I feel like you're essentially revealing the whole plot line. Ah, shit, I nearly dropped the thing. But I would love to get someone to make that list. Maybe not do a tier list on stream, but to just figure out what those items are. Like, I'd have to talk to Mike Bloom. I feel like he'd give me some stuff. But I like the idea. But I feel like it's tough because I don't want to alienate anybody that will be watching. Like, if you're there to hear, like, the fun takes about Game of Thrones, but then I spoil a different show, you know, it won't be great. Maybe instead of a best series pilot bracket. What's funny is I remember a lot about finales. I don't remember anything about pilots, so I'd have to rewatch a lot of things, but that could be potentially doable. Stream ideas Until Dawn, Chained Together, Phasmophobia, House of Ashes, Little Hope. I wonder who wrote this. I'll tell you this right now. I'm willing to bet you this $1 American. This is an RHAP fan exclusive in the form. RHAP fan, is it you? Is this you? Hey, tune in for October. We got some stuff coming. Do you have a season preference for weather? Yep, fall. Fall, aka autumn. It's hoodie weather. It's not hot, but it's not too cold. It's a little rain, not a lot of rain. I'm not mad at it. It's chilly. Like, the combination of being able to wear shorts and a hoodie is blessed for me. You're hearing some things you like? Mandy, I like hearing that. All right, 3 more questions to go in the form. Have you watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? I have not personally, but based on how much people are talking about it, I feel like I missed out on something. I feel like it was a huge moment for people that I missed out on. Scally, are you still in the chat? Hey, love that, McKenna. Liana and I went out for dinner tonight. We went out for sushi. We had a good time with the sushi, which was lovely, delightful, tasty. Would eat again. I only read the first 2 books, then dropped off because I was watching the show, so I don't know how unhinged it got even when it had material. What show is this we're talking about? Oh, Game of Thrones. Never mind. Sorry, Game of Thrones. Yes. Favorite candy. So I've said this before, but to me, chocolate bars and candy are 2 different things. What do y'all think? Do you want like all-encompassing, like candy bars are chocolate as well, or are we talking like the sweet candies that aren't chocolates? Do you always go to the same sushi joint? We have a spot now. Yeah, we have like a dedicated spot we go to. Candy bars are not chocolate based. So you're saying chocolate is separate, candy is separate. Okay. Have I tried the Dots candy? Oh, I still have it here actually. No, I'm still saving it for when I inevitably do the trying the stuff stream. Favorite candy, I think might have to be Skittles. I'm still a huge fan of Skittles. I was a big fan of sour Skittles in high school, but they started hurting my teeth, so I stopped having them. They were not good for the old mouth, if that makes sense. But yeah, the trying the stuff stream will still be happening. That's one of the things where we're gonna do an accountability stream where I'm gonna order that box of stuff on stream so that we know it's coming and I can't keep kicking the can down the road. Not that I'm trying to kick the can down the road, but I'm like, oh, I'll get it, and then I forget to get it. So we need to do an accountability stream for that one. So I can order it, and then the stream after that will do the thing. Some chocolates are candy bars, Snickers, Twix. Some chocolates are not. Reese's. Gotcha. Nerds clusters for the candy. That is a good one. Clusters are great. I love the clusters. I love sour candy, but with age I've stopped eating them. It just seems it's going to take all my teeth if I continue to eat them. That's how it felt, and I got very paranoid about it. Did I celebrate Peel and Pull Twizzlers Day? No. I did not. I've never had Twizzlers, actually. Is that a weird thing to say? I've never had a Twizzler. Never had a Twizzler. Regular Skittles, yeah. And I don't like, I know some people will eat like one piece by one piece, or like, ooh, let me collect all the flavors that are the same. I go handfuls of random flavors, random colored Skittles at the same time, like a menace. That's how I do it. What you gasping for, Mandy? What's going on? All right, next question in the form is, what do you do when you to calm yourself when you get anxiety? Currently, my best solution is marijuana hits, super low dose, but I wonder if it's bad for me in the long run. I mean, I would say a lot of people would say that to take the anxiety away, gummies edibles, weed, like smoking weed or hits. Like I think a lot of people would be backing you on that. But for me, sometimes the inverse would happen with weed, where it would increase paranoia or increase anxiety, and that was a mistake. Like that I didn't want. I feel like for me, I do a couple different things. I go for a walk now when I'm feeling very anxious. Just a walk and some music to drown out the noise is very good combination. And you can like walk to a certain place, like to a certain distance, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna give myself a little treat now, a little snack, you know, or coffee or whatever. And that can be like a good feeling of like, then you get revitalized to go back. Or on like tough days, I'll just distract myself with some YouTube and stuff. So, narrator Twizzler? Yeah, I haven't. I don't know. It's never pulled up to me, you know? But yeah, see, Tara says, I definitely try to avoid weed if I'm anxious, worried. Yeah. For some of us, question asker, it's become the opposite, where at one point, yeah, it would take away anxiety. Now it gives me anxiety sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean like 50-50. And like, actually, I shouldn't say it gives me anxiety 50% of the time. It just, I get anxious. So what's the exercise you do regularly? Right now, I'm on a bit of a walking kick, as in I go for like daily walks, but I did sign up for the gym recently and we're trying to get that going proper. So that's where I'm at right now. And when I'm at the gym, it's all about cardio, just on the machines a little bit, you know. Twizzlers on the snacks I've never had list. I'll have to double check, Mandy. Actually, do I have the list somewhere? Was it a Google Doc? Hold on. Actually, if it's a Google Doc, I'm not going to find it because of all the podcasting notes I have there. Let's hope it's in the Google Sheets department. Let's see. Food marbles. Nope. No. Oh, fuck. It is definitely a Google Doc in it. All right. 1 sec. Did I make the smart move of writing a title for that document? Fuck. Okay, let me scroll down. It was around like hype challenge times, right? It's like November-ish. Remember when I ate that whole ghost pepper and nearly lost my mind doing it? Yep, I found the note. What's funny about this, Mandy, is that the goddamn note did not have a title. It was untitled document. So we're gonna change this to trying snacks for the first time. Yeah, on that list, I have Popcorners, I have Mike and Ike's Candy, I have Corn Nuts, Newtons, Vero Mango, Junior Mints, Cadbury Crunchy, Hostess Pies, EL Fudge, which makes me think of Goosebumps books, even though it's not R.L. Stein, Swedish Fish, Lemonheads, Good and Plenty, Twizzlers, Red Vines, Mounds, Nutter Butter, Lofthouse Sugar Cookies, whatchamacallit, someone wrote Runts If You Find Them, Nilla Wafers, Zebra Cakes, Tim Tams, Three Musketeers, Baby Ruth, Peanut Butter Pretzel, Rolo, Fudge Stripes, Heath Bars, Milanos, Oatmeal Cream Pies, and Combos. 31 options. 31 options on that list. Add snow caps. What are those? Snow caps candy? I've had these. They were a different brand though. They were a different brand. But I've had something similar to this before. Why are they sad candy, Coco? Actually, don't share if you don't want to. Let me preface it with that. All right, next question is stream idea, dress to impress. Are we talking the literal like Roblox type game or actual real life? Have I ever had Ringolos? They're chips. Ringolos chips. Oh, fuck yeah, I have. Oh, Ringolos are fucking delightful. They are delightful. I had them. They were called like Jack and Jill's in Dubai, and they're very similar. Jack and Jill's chips. Were they not called Jack and Jill's or something? They were like, oh, roller coaster. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yep. Roller coaster. That's the one. That's the one. That is a nostalgia unlock right there. Holy shit. Yeah. If you ordered a snack box, would you tier list the snacks on stream? Oh, for sure, Papaya. That's the plan for the snack box. That's the plan for the snack box is a live taste test and a live tier list at the same time. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay, good. Yeah, no, we ain't wasting a snack box on nothing. We're gonna have that experience together. Yeah, let me show you the chips. Hold on. I'm gonna show you these chips to tell you why they're very similar to the what's it called? They're very close to the Ring-a-Lows. Okay. It's over here. Hold on. Look at this. This is what the chips were. Do you notice all the Reese candies? There's so many. Well, we're starting with the ones I've never tried, like the marquee ones that I should know about is the move. Because also this is a stream that I would do like maybe once a year or like twice a year. Because I don't want to have all that candy on deck type vibes, you know? Looks almost the exact same. That's what I'm saying. That's the one I grew up on. So that's why when you said it, I was like, oh, I've had this. All right. The next question in the forum is, could you play Pico Park when you have a really small lobby? The thing is, I've said this before, I do not want to change the game on those streams. On a Goose Goose stream, we're Goose Goosing. That's what the scheduled stream is. If we do Pico Park, I'd want to do it on a different day. The other factor is, and this kind of goes towards what we were talking about last week with the other games that were suggested, is that games that require people to buy them, I feel uncomfortable telling people to buy them to play. Obviously Among Us was one where it was like, hey, there's this game, you should get it, and we can play. But also the game was free for all Mac users. Goose Goose is a game free for everybody, but it is a tough sell to be like, hey, can you buy this game and maybe I'll invite you to play, if that makes sense. Like, I'm in a weird power dynamic there where, and obviously I know it's like $4.99, right? But even then, it's a weird spot to be in a little bit, if that makes sense. Sounds perfect for a Halloween stream. That's what I'm thinking, Scarkill. A great October stream. Then you offload any extra candy. Well, we don't get any trick-or-treaters, which is the sad reality. Who do you want to win BB26? I mean, who do I want to win? Y'all may not like this, but I feel like Angela winning would kind of be the perfect cap to this wild season. I think Chelsea's going to win. Low key, personally, if Cam wins as a dog at the crib, we all win, which would be very fun. Do you think Mackenzie is being an idiot and a follower? I don't think she's being an idiot. I think she's clearly showing that she's not familiar with this game all that well. And I think she's not misunderstanding, but I think she's thought that, okay, if in order to get my final 3 strengthened, I need to make this happen. And she's not wrong. It will make her final 3 stronger, but it almost makes it so that she potentially becomes a final casualty before the final 3 even begins. I don't think she's quite realized that, you know? Your stock watch right on Cam. Think of it this way long term. I had all my stocks on Chelsea, and then Chelsea got cut because the power that was AJ cut through the stocks. And instead of staying on it like a dummy, I jumped and I bought MJ stock, and now I look stupid. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Was Leah an idiot and a follower last week? No, I think a lot of people that kept saying that she needed to do Chelsea and T-Core, while that is the most ideal move, I think it's also a big ask to ask someone to make the move of, hey, put up the two biggest contenders of the season on the block and expect that to be a thing that people would feel good doing while facing somebody, especially when there's nowhere to hide in the fucking backyard. I think the reality is Leah went in being like, I want to split up the trio, and she did, and she got rid of the best option out of the trio, so that's good for her. Again, it wasn't her ideal move, but I think a lot of people look at the game as like there's only optimal moves. If you do not make the optimal move, you're a dumbass, which I don't necessarily subscribe to. That being said, I feel like MJ losing a Chemo or Rabina here is probably better for her than losing Aaliyah or Angela, given that we're at the end game and you'd be in the middle of two duos. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, Coco Hunk, what's funny is I went up like 1,800 spots in 2 weeks when I went in on Chelsea right before Chelsea won the AI Arena. And now I think I'm going to end the season back where I started, which is fine. Scarkill, I think that's the fair assessment to make. Once the move was done, I feel like Big Brother never truly ends. You got to always keep like marinating your meals, your prep, your people. I don't know. But yeah. Oh my God, Mandy. Now you bought Chelsea? You'll get your money back if you bought Chelsea, I think. Any current favorite chip / savory snack? I feel like in the last year, I've been very, very into salt and vinegar chips. Love me some salt and vinegar chips. Any brand, I don't discriminate. I'm cool with it. So that's kind of top or high on the list. We talked about it recently, but the wheat thins are still hitting for me. I still like the wheat thins. But yeah, will you vote for Tucker for RHAP like the Brendan says? The Brendan for AFP. Who is the Brendan? I don't remember the last time I voted for AFP. Did I vote last year? Oh, I feel like every season I go to vote and fucking somebody has used my email and voted for somebody else. So last year my email voted for blue, even though I didn't. So, I mean, I'm not mad at a Tucker pick there. I don't think I would end up going Tucker. I think Tucker's still probably the front runner and will still probably win, but I don't know if I would put my vote there. See all their emails then? I mean, I suppose so, yeah. Yeah, no, what I've found is that think of any podcaster's name, people will use them and vote for people that they think the podcaster wouldn't like, is what I've noticed. Or for who they think the podcaster likes. So for example, for the America's Veto, someone used my name and like every extension, like at Gmail, at Yahoo, and voted for Quinn to go up. Vote for Angela, you think? I mean, that would be very funny. Angela winning AFP would be very funny because it would make some of these Facebook people seethe, which I would personally love, but that kind of feels like it would never be possible. But I would be okay with her getting a top 3 spot for sure. Have you tried Korean fried chicken? The sweet and spicy flavor really hits. I love Korean fried chicken so much. It's so good. Didn't the America's final favorite player used to include the final 2? Yeah, but Taylor broke that, right? Taylor won America's favorite. Oh, sorry. No, I feel like a lot of players, because didn't Tyler win it the season that he came second? I feel like it's been a minute since that it's not been the case. Cross, why you like this? Why you gotta lie on my name? Matt was top 3 last year. There you go. Yeah. What are your thoughts with the hate on Caitlin Clark? It seems there were a group of people that wanted to make things hard for her to succeed, but she destroyed those haters with performance. But now she's hated even more because she's making her haters Swoop, Molly, ESPN look dumb. I mean, I feel like Caitlin Clark, and this is coming from someone who isn't very tapped in the basketball right now, and the WNBA as well. It just felt like a big star coming into the league. A lot of people being a little naysayery, a little bit like, oh, a rookie can't do all this, and then the rookie silencing them, right? I feel like we see this with sports, with different players, with different sports all the time. But good on her. I love that she knocked them all down and broke records in her rookie season. If Tucker won AFP, he would be tied for the lowest placement to ever win. Who was the person who had the same placement and won, Tomster? Can you give me that stat line? Yeah, there you go. It's Fleur's like also who? Cody. Oh, you know what? I'm voting Tucker. Let's replace this other guy. Then after that, we can be like, the lowest placement to ever win was Tucker, and we move on. The Zings are so many. Do we have an idea of what they were, Coco? I'm assuming we do based on what you just said, but do you have a link for me to check them out? I think Ross CBB was the second placer, so people knew it was possible for Tyler. Okay. That's a great pull. Okay, name the two preachers to be in the top 3 of AFP. It's a quiz. I don't like quizzes. I feel like was Jason Roy on the short list one season? Why does that sound right? Could be fucking wrong for all I know. 22. Yeah, 22 was the other one. 22 was the other one. Easy. Because 22 was won by Davon. It would have been 22, right? Surely Janelle or Kaser made that shortlist. No? Who made that shortlist on 22? Damn. I was wrong, chat. Oh, they only said the top 2 and it was Tyler and Dave. Gotcha. Okay. There's a hot take that I think Zingbot can be retired. It's kind of blown over. From Hamster Boy, Zings, Angela won't win, plus crying. Cam, no substance. Chelsea, her faith. Cam, her relationship. Oh, the Cam relationship one might be cutting. That could be fun. Chemo mattress sales, puts viewers to sleep. Ugh, boring. Really? Leah's chubby chaser? What are you zinging that about, huh? Mackenzie, BB beast because dirty feet. Cringe. Rubina wanted Tucker to pucker, but he's a fucker. Oh. We need to decide. Pick a lane, Zingbot. Are we like a family-friendly show, or are we like, we're trying to like destroy people? Because this middle-of-the-road shit sucks. I need you to pick a lane, friend. It's Jason and Howard. Howard BB15 Howard? That makes sense. That season had some awful people. I did see that little bit with the feed, Taylor. That's hilarious. Bates, welcome in. BB 8 to 14 was the adult phase of the show. I don't know if 14 would be the cutoff. I think 16 is the start of the hybrid show we have now. Of like, we're kind of in it for the family style, you know? Remember who's going to host Roundtable? They should get Brittany Haynes to replace Zingbot or something. I mean, I think their best season for roasting the house guest was when they had, what was her name? Kathy Griffin came in and did the zinging, right? That was their best time. That was the best Zingbot. So yeah, get someone who's actually in the business of doing this, or no one's gonna cut you deeper than a Big Brother alumni who's watched your show and can be shady knowing that you fuck with them. So no one's gonna roast Roundtable. They should get Brittany. Yeah, no, they're not getting Cody. I don't think. I saw someone say that Cody confirmed on his pod, but we don't know that for certain. I wouldn't take that with absolute certainty quite yet. Is English with CBS? I mean, she could be, but I know she does some other stuff on other networks. Is there a good database or wiki set for BB? Whatever happened to 8TTWX? I don't know what that one is, Solray, but the BB wiki I feel like has been kind of there always. I think it'd be hard to replace Zingbot though. Like, what are they gonna do? Ainsley, Janky? I don't trust them. They're still gonna keep Zingbot, obviously, but I would like if the Zingbot can be fucking voiced by somebody else. Like Zingbot comes in and like it is whoever's in the costume doing the moving around, but the voiceover is a house guest, a former house guest that they can like guess and see who it is. That'd be fun. And the house guest does the roasting, maybe. Who says no? Who says no? Sorry, one of my headphones fell and I'm putting it back in its charging pod. All right. You hated Kenny Brooklyn the most in BB26, right? I didn't hate anybody, but Kenny was the one that gave me the least and pissed me off for wanting to quit. Everyone else has offered something and given something for me to take away at least. All right, next question in the form. Have you watched Josh in the challenge? I have watched Josh in the challenge. If you're saying have I watched the latest episodes of the challenge this season, I haven't. I think I'm 3 episodes in and like 3 episodes behind. I'm in the middle of it. Janky hoodie is going to be a collector's item. Is it? Who wants this? Janky gives you Nightbot vibes. Honestly, I could see it, Mandy. I see it. I co-signed that statement. I approve that message. All right. Last call on the form before we start talking marbles, chat. Oh yeah, that one. Big Brother Fandom. That's the one. That'll do. So can I have that Asia and a Jam Jam t-shirt on Survivor? It's so awesome. It's absolutely sick. It's so sick. And here's the wildest thing, chat. I don't think it had quite, like, obviously I've talked plenty on this stream on the road to Survivor 47. I've talked on the stream about how I think Asia has all the tools needed to win, right? I don't think it quite hit as much as after episode 1 that like Asia could become a millionaire off of this show. Like that first episode, if you don't leave it thinking Asia's on the short list to win this season, like what do we watch the same show? And that is a wild thing to think of. It's a wild thing to think of. Also, I gotta update my Goose Goose list with a couple more names here. I watched the Cody Buttons being sarcastic, a little same like his tweets. Yeah. There's no way they just decide, all right, we have filled up the spot immediately. And it's gonna be this person. Yeah. I didn't even get there. Jeff saying Asia's name of the challenge shook me. Yeah, Asia getting a that's how you do it on Survivor moment. Good times. Do we think Dr. Will quit on them last minute? Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because like what happened? What changed that made Dr. Will be like, nah, I'm good. Exactly, long term. Like she wasn't buried in the background. She wasn't like purple. She wasn't invisible. She didn't have one confessional. She had like a healthy, I think the most confessionals of the night. She had a lot of good strategy moments. She's got set up in an alliance. She name dropped RHAP for crying out loud. Rob as a podcast got a shout out on the pod. That's what I'm talking about. Dondi Taylor, but he's known about Dondi for a minute. It's not like that would have caused him to not be able to get on the show. Senior. Although I will say what was funny is her talking about being a Survivor podcaster. And I was like, Asia, you and I are about as much Survivor podcasters. Like we're on the same level. Both of us podcast about Survivor like twice, maybe 3 times a year. 2 drafts and whatever bonus ones we get invited to. We are very much podcasters for other shows more so. But what are you going to say there? Split hairs and be like, Well, as a Married at First Sight podcaster on a network that covers Survivor, no, you just say Survivor podcaster and move on. So I fully get that. The Marina review had 6 winner picks: Cody, Xavier, Taylor, Jag, Cam. Will he get another winner pick right? Is that actually the case? Pred, that's incredible if that's the case. Sorry, Asia name dropped RGM National News. She's level above you now. All right, Coco Honk. How about you relax? How about you relax, okay? I'm still a high-rated podcaster. You relax with that. We don't rank value based on who can yell the name the loudest elsewhere. What am I going to do if I climb Everest and then yell RHAP? Then am I levels above everybody else? I've been here since 2017. Doing it strong. 5 years in a row, he picked winner picks before the season started. Cody, Xavier, Taylor, Jag, and now Cam. I had Xavier, Taylor, Jag as well. Did not have Cody. So actually, let me back myself a little bit. I did say Xavier, Taylor, and Jag preseason before the episode started. In 24, I switched from Taylor because we drafted after watching the feeds. But I did get my winner picks on those 2 other drafts. So I would give myself those first 3 as well. But I thought Quinn was winning this season, which was wrong. Are you going on Everest? No. Okay, national TV, but like internationally speaking, okay? Internationally speaking. As a man who's lived on many continents. Why am I doing this? Yeah, good for Asia. She's better than me now. So what you want to hear? Huh? She's on 1 episode of TV and already everyone's ready to leave me and leave me in the past. You think she has another photo vignette with Rob and her crew and pics? That would be sick. Like, do we think she gets another story moment? Maybe. I have no idea. Would you go on The Masked Singer? No, but would Asia? Because I don't think I'm that level of celebrity. Gross! Thank you for gifting 12 months of tier 1 joy to J-Cause. Appreciate that from you. Cross and J-Cause have been a member of this community from near the start. They have a good time always. We do donut wagers together. Oh, J-Cause says I can only troll if I resub. And J-Cause is a real one. J-Cause got my back. J-Cause got my back, though. RHP gets mentioned on the season maybe by the time Jeff retires, Rob C takes over as host. Oh God, if Rob takes over as host, does RHAP end, or does Rob pass the torch of RHAP to somebody, or does Rob just do both? I feel like he could just do both, and his life will be fine. You can't play Marbs without your sub. Okay, J-Cause. Who did you think was winning 22? It's not so much who did I think was winning, Pred, but I went with a heart pick. I went with this is finally the year of Kaser, which didn't work. But Xavier, Taylor, Jag, I did get right, which I should fucking celebrate that more. That's pretty sick that I got 3 in a row correct. But yeah, Quinn broke the streak there. SB, all right, Mandy, whose team are you on, Mandy? You and I are on the same team. We are the mod squad, for crying out loud. I'll set it up. This is a sponsored stream, Mandy. I can't be playing the goddamn spray bottle anthem, Mandy. We are sponsored by the lovely people of Factor, a microwavable meal that chef prepared, fresh, not frozen, that have offered us 50% off the first order, 20 off the following month's order if you use my code !Factor in the chat. And you're like, hey, let's spray bottle on their ass. No! They're succulent, not moist. Peak Pandemic and Kiss was our only joy. Honestly, though. Honestly. I feel like this is become a weekly question. Did you trim your beard recently? It looks nice. It's the beauty of angles. It's actually, I feel like a little bit, you can't, I'm lucky you can't see. I feel like it's a little uneven and a little too bushy right now, if anything. I ordered a swimsuit for a future trip and it's finally arrived. I'm so disappointed that it doesn't fit the way I'd like. I can return it and get a different design, so it's not a huge deal, but I'm honestly just bummed about my body. It's the first time I've been using a swimsuit in over a decade, and I used to be excited, and now I'm just self-conscious. Does anyone have thoughts or similar experiences? Me. I was a big swimmer. I would swim every week, like twice, 3 times a week. I had like records at the place I would swim at. I was one of the best. And then when I put on weight, I started getting self-conscious. I had gotten one of those, like, you know, like the surf tops that are kind of like this different material. I would start wearing those with my swim trunks for swimming. And then I put on more weight. Well, first of all, I had my chest surgery, which took a while to like recover. And then I put on more weight, and then I just stopped going to the pool. I think in the last 2024, sorry. In the last 14 years, I've been at a pool twice and at a hot tub twice. All 4 of those instances were private pool and hot tubs that me and Liana shared. But other than that, I'm not. So yeah. So I definitely relate to this. I definitely understand this. And make no mistake, I try and big myself up. I think what happened is, and this story was scarring for me, so I'm going to share this with you. So I've talked about this, but I've oscillated between, I have all the confidence in the world, I'm incredible, to like self-conscious. And it, you know, sometimes the pendulum swings. It's not like I'm always one way or the other. But I remember I was in the 9th grade. Or was it the 10th grade? No, 9th grade. Sorry, 9th grade. I was in the 9th grade. And Coco, I've talked about this. I had a condition called, how do you pronounce it? It's a gynecomastia, which is basically the chest, breast tissues are like bigger and uneven. So I had a bigger chest to the ratio of my body, and they did not look symmetrical. And kids are mean. And we had a trip to a water park as a school trip. I think it was 8th grade or 9th grade, one of those. And up on those, I didn't give a shit. I had fun. I love swimming. I'm going to the swim. To this day, I love a water park, and I've not gone in like a decade. And so we're at this school trip and everything. We're having fun on the bus. Ha ha ha, jokies, laugh, whatever. We get to the water park, and my classmates are making fun of me. My close friends are making comments. They're like, that looks weird. What the fuck is that? And as a kid, like looking back now, I'm like, well, obviously these are children who don't know, right? They've not seen anything but like everything regular. And I knew they were like off, but I also knew that it was a condition. I knew that I had no control over it. But or I know now. In the moment, I just feel like a goddamn alien because everyone's making comments and like looking at me and laughing at me. So from there on, I bought like one of those surf top things at that water park. I started wearing that for all swimming. I didn't care that it made me slower in swimming. I didn't care that I couldn't like keep up the speed I was doing before, because like it wasn't like a form-fitting one. It was a little baggy, which made me slower naturally. I didn't care. I just didn't want anyone to see anymore. And then when I had the surgery in high school, the recovery period was long, but I'd also put on weight. So it still wasn't like fully healed. It was symmetrical in size, but it was not fully healed. And I was self-conscious about it already. And I had been putting on weight. So I avoided pools. And then in university, I was like freshman 15, double it and pass it to me. So I definitely just got more self-conscious, chat, more and more self-conscious. I obviously love me, fancy me, I'm great. But I oscillate. There are days where I feel a lot better, and there are days where I don't. And that's the sad reality of life, I feel like. But I think a lot of people, question asker, I've been in your shoes, have had this experience, I've felt this way. I think the key thing to remember is a lot of things in our life, we got to remember to do as if no one's watching and just do for our own happiness. And I'm saying this as someone who wants to listen to his own advice and may not do sometimes. But I think that if you want, you know, if you are excited, if you enjoy the water like I did, if you enjoy hanging out by the beach and stuff, I think just do those things and pretend no one's there, if that makes sense. So think of it that way. You know, I smaller experience, for example, but like there's this mindset of like, we can't do things on our own. Like going to the movies alone is cringe. Why? You're watching a movie. You can do that alone. That's allowed. Go into a restaurant to have a meal alone. That's allowed. I think try not to think about what others think about you. And just do it and go about your day. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you start feeling, honestly. Like Yam says in the chat, when it comes to body confidence, and fake it till you make it actually works pretty well. This is funny. Just a couple days ago, I was in a chat where someone said that none of the RGB guys were anything but skinny. No, I'm proper fit, bruv. I'm not skinny. For me, I like to remind myself that nobody cares about you as much as you do, and that it is usually far worse in your head than it is in real life. Most people are too busy on their own shit to care about what you look like. Right, and I think the older I've gotten, the more that's the case. I feel like as a kid, I feel like I'm telling you, for me, that scarring moment of everybody just paying attention and making comments was the thing. Because I remember like being a kid at that point, I'm like, who gives a shit, right? That we're all here to enjoy the water park for ourselves. And it was like, no, we're here to talk about how weird you look, man. And it was like, fuck. But I don't think that'd be the case now. So yeah. But yeah, solo theater trip is a good time. Have your snacks, just keep to yourself, chill. Why not? But I hope that helped, question asker. I don't know if it did. Not sure if you already talked about this, but what do you think? Why do you think Asia went on the journey? Episode 1 stressed me out. Glad she made it through the premiere. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where I think there were people that didn't want to do it on her tribe, and she kind of just said, fuck it, I'll do it. It's kind of one of those things where you can't be mad. Sorry, I'm like getting a little like stuffed. 1 second. Stuffy, not stuffed. Okay. I think it's one of those things where if 6 people don't want to do something and 5 people say, I don't want to do it, 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 then the 6th person can say, fine, I'll do it. Y'all owe me one though. That's a better spot to be, and then be like, nah, I want to do it. I want, and like 2-3 people want to do it. I think she kind of landed in a spot where I have a feeling no one else wanted to do it. That's what it was. I really do. So I haven't asked her, obviously. I'm trying to avoid asking her about anything until like the season's done. Act as if is one of the things I try to do when I feel overwhelmed, uncomfortable. Mind games can be powerful. They really, really can. 100%. Of course, Coco. Happy to. Thank you, Pixie. Confidence goes a long way, but that's much easier said than done. I try to remember that I've seen people of all body types working an outfit or serving a look, and remember that for myself when I choose whatever to wear. I agree, Mandy. I 100% agree. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some outfits and stuff where I'm like, I wish I could make that work. But then there's outfits I'm like, oh, I could make that work. And it's incredible. Love you. You gotta love you. Oh, we are our own harshest critics, of course. 100%. 100%. Not even 1000%, I think. Ooh, love that, Tara. All right, chat. Are you ready to switch into some marbles? A little marbles tonight? I'm resetting all the marbles rolls, so everyone will be fighting for a VIP badge tonight. Everybody. All right. So, oh my God. Someone else subscribed to the Factor Meal. I just noticed this. I missed the notification, I suppose. So thank you so much for the 2nd subscription of the night. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Enjoy your Factor meal, friend. As will I. I'm excited for it. But yeah, just one more time before we head on out. If you enjoyed this stream, we do this every Friday night at 10 p.m. We ask all the questions. We hang out. We have a good time. Forum is open, anonymous style, public style. You want to talk about podcasts? We talk about podcasts. We talk about shows. We have a good time here. So if you're new and you enjoyed yourself, please come back every Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern. We're here. We got you. We're about to switch into marbles, which is more of the where marble takes more of a focal point than the just chatting portion. But we still talk. I'm still there. If you have any questions, I still will answer them. So we'll keep the conversation going. But just in case you wanted to dip out, I completely understand. I hope you have a good Saturday. We'll see you back here maybe Sunday, 5 p.m. Do a little thing called Goose Goose Duck. Okay? We'll hang out. And again, shout out to Factor for sponsoring this stream and this month. If you're looking for a subscription for easy eats, clean, convenient packaging, chef cooked, not frozen but fresh, 50% off your first order if you follow my link, !Factor, strms.net, /factor75 _Pooya for 50 off. All right. Let's marble chat because a lot of you are about to start from the bottom. No more rolls for you. Okay? You got to earn them. You got to earn them. That marble is massive. All right. First things first, I'm going to go and remove all the rolls. I have reached the maximum amount of artists. Well, I know a lot of artists. Twitch, what do you want from me? No, we are going to go ahead and remove these VIPs. All right. Oh, wow. I missed quite a few VIPs from 3 months ago that are also still here. Oh, this is a nuking chat. There's like 25 VIPs getting removed at once here. All right. Believe we are not fully set. Now we are set. I'm going to check one last time to make sure. And then we'll check. And we are... Oh, nearly one person escaped it, but we caught them. Okay. All right. Let's do this, chat. It's Marbin time. Shut down the form for next week. There we go. Into the vault you go. So we're going to do two things, chat. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to marbles, and then I'm going to go get a quick drink because I'm feeling rather parched. And then we go from there. I'm going to move you all over here. I'm going to switch cameras to over here. There we go. And then we're going to start marbles. All right. Because we've removed so many, top 10, you get a VIP badge. One, if we have 69 participants, 69th will get the VIP badge. And one random Google one. So 12 VIP badges coming. Okay, that's the plan. And for that, we're doing a cheeky 7. Cheeky 7. I'm gonna go quick randoms and press start. There we go. And there we go. This song is Young Folks by Peter, Bjorn, and John. If you write Young Folks, it'll pop up. It's the first thing you'll see. All right. Exclamation play to get your marble in there if you're new. That's all you got to do. Where is my join button? Oh, wow. They moved it down here, huh? Okay. I'll join. Oh, yeah. Can we do, what's it called? Can we do a wager, mods? Can we do a top 20 major? Keep it simple tonight. And I'm going to go get my drink now. I'll be right back. All right, chat, I'm back. This song is definitely legendary status on, and it's been on a lot of things. But for me, it came from FIFA. Is Rashi scoring tomorrow? Bro, I fucking wish, man. I have a feeling like we're becoming that team where like everybody but our attackers will score. You know, it's like, all right, great. I can't wait for the brace from fucking Harry Maguire. You know, like that's kind of the feeling I get. Who are we facing? Remind me. I feel like we're facing someone relatively light work. Is it like is it a Brentford? Are we facing Brentford tomorrow? Crystal Palace? Shit. Oh, that makes me nervous, actually. Don't ask me why, it just makes me nervous. Yeah, not light work. Nope. 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 All right, chat, you ready? 59 participants. So yeah, a little nerve-wracking. Drop a marble in the chat if you're ready to go, chat. 59 people ready to break it down. We got the predictions up. A lot of believers tonight, which I do appreciate. I do appreciate. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Cross, don't think I didn't take your name down. Of course I know this. All right, 60. Let's go, chat. Good luck, everybody. 2-minute map. Y'all know how we play. We do some commentary on the side. First through the hole. Guess their journey followed. But at this point, I feel like a lot of the regulars will tell you, you do not want to be first one through. Because apparently if I talk about you, it's going to be a bad time. Thank you, Pixie, for the vote of confidence. All right. In first place, we got Val BB. Wow. Making it look very easy. Fast, no mistakes. Immediately, as I say no mistakes, Somnus takes the lead over. And that lead has been replaced by Devi, who's in the lead now. Val BB back in the lead. Oh, and Stuck now moving to J-Cause. J-Cause in the lead. In the lead. Fresh off a 12-month gifted, and now it's Steph who's in the lead. Steph, who did definitely lose the VIP badge tonight, going for the replacement here. Botswat's right behind. Steph not playing no games. But will Steph make it through this Roly situation? And the answer is yes. Oh, a little slow. Get on the plate there. And fall in. Oh, but repeatedly respawning. J-Cause, Zachary, Mike. Quite a few people are here. With Zachary and Mike in a bit of a lead over the rest of y'all. It's all that vitamin A from the carrots. All right. And now J-Cause trying to take the lead back and is currently in the lead once again. As we should be, our DD Wilder has dumped. Not the carrots. Hey, I'm an observant person. What can I say? All right, J-Cause. This might be... I shouldn't have spoken because it is yours to lose as Zachary Mike takes the lead over once again. Leaping into the air, making a little loop over here, going through the gauntlet and landing in first place. Wait, yes. Oh, and broke the record. And the record is broken by 0.4 of a second. Congratulations, Zachary, who was your first winner of the night. Nicole in second. Mod Live in third. Respawning in fourth. Steph in fifth. We got Lana in sixth. Val eighth. Botswats, Kitty Kelly, and Terabyte rounding out your top 10 as everyone else starts funneling in here. Get some funnel action going. Where's my marble is the question I ask myself, and I'm in the back side of things here. I think Duchess and Lev were both dumped. Athelia, Ichiami, Pixie Sticks, Jez, who was second at one point. Miss Americana, Tomster, and Ambi are about to dump here. Jez makes it in the nick of time as everyone else has been cleaned off the board. Congratulations on your record, Zachary Mike. And there's the points. Top 15 making quite a bit of points on the board here to kick us off. We are not in the top 15. Well, that's fine. Let's see what else is going on down here. Call me clutch. Sure thing, Jez. I don't know if you earned the word clutch when you are the last one to finish the race, but pop off, I guess, right? All right. Let's see. Keep scrolling. All right. Oh, how did you beat me, though? Shit. I talked too soon. How did you beat me? I was ahead of you. Whatever. Rigged. All right. Hey, listen. You may beat me in a marble race. You can't beat me in a car race on a video game that is a battle royale and not a racing game. Or FIFA. You can't beat me in FIFA either. So I don't know what you're talking about. No. Hey, you don't need to drive to be good at a racing game. And like I said, a battle royale racing game, not a car racing game, like not a Need for Speed. You've been driving lately? Oh hell no. I last time I drove was September of 2022, so 2 years ago. All right, 52 of you are in here as we jockey for 12 VIP badges ready to be given out tonight. We'll press start in about a minute here, not even, maybe less. So exclamation play often and early. All right, good luck, racers. It's time to go. Where are we starting? Oh, there we are. Okay. All right, who's going to be first? Out the gate. Who's going to have the early lead? Let's find out. This is a great tune. It really is, G. Ambi. Starting us off here. Okay. I should really not stop saying people's names, I feel like. Sam Salazar in the lead. And Sam Salazar keeps the lead. See, I've broken the curse. Oh, fuck. No, see, never doubted. Never doubted myself. Well, thank you, Botswats. It's a lot of practice. We've been doing this for, what, 3.5, 4 years of doing the marbles after pad? Little scroll here, scroll there as Sam Salazar maintains the lead. Joelle in the back trying to get some... now I'm in my head. Trying to get some time back here. But Sam Salazar with a perfect spiral into the inner circle. But not faster there. And the Lionel D moving like another Lionel. Messi. Ankara Messi getting through here. And this is we can see the end from here, but there's still quite a ways to go. Can Lionel get in the middle here? That's the question. As everyone else starts joining and it's a bit of an equalizer, we see Mimi the Great has made it through that barricade, as has Shondell. Lionel also swivels through now. And now we got Bates in the lead. Bates making it through. First one, Mr. Freeze, unfortunately has frozen and dumped. Like, do I mean to hospital if I was having a baby? Listen, I feel like in an emergency I can drive well. Oh my god, Forval, I also owe you a message, I'm realizing, as you dumph, that I definitely forgot about till this very moment. So I will message you for the question you had after this. Now, Joelle, who was second earlier, trying to keep the lead here, trying to get some time back. Sam Salazar still in the running somewhere. Terror Teeth, unfortunately, has bit the dust here. Lenny and Bates switching up. Lenny with a bad bonk, opening the door for Bates to take the lead as we get to the final part of the race here. Oh, Bates with a huge throw off the side, opening the door for Lenny. Lionel and Sam Salazar also here trying to keep something. Lenny gets the steal here, 10 seconds off of the race. Sam Salazar bounces in with a little nerve-wracking bounce there. Lionel takes third place podium. These points are going to matter quite a bit, as this race was a 10-second record breaker, meaning finishing in the top 15 could land you some juicy points. Bates, unlucky, friend. Unlucky. Bree makes it through. We lost quite a few people there in the Doom section. Shannon, the latest casualty to the Dumph. Mama Virus and G make it through. Jimmy trying to finish off the race smooth, slow, and steady. BB President has McFallen. Kroos eats it. I eat it. A lot of us ate it at the end, unfortunately. Val jumps and Botswats gets taken by the Doomfire. Congratulations. 2 world records in a row, chat. Look at us go with this streak. All right, top 14 made some points here. As you can see on the board, we got a couple of people that have now made multiple W's here tonight. Multiple points so far. 23. Only 30 people out of about 60 completed this race. A lot of us bit the dust on this one, unfortunately. Why you do Prez like that? Do Prez like what? Prez is McFallen. Just don't act like you don't know what vines are. You're older than me. Relax. Exclamation play to get involved. You know, Prez was a big America's Funniest Home Videos guy. He's like, you remember that episode with that dog? And I'm like, nah, man. Bro, why you gotta do Prez like that, Jez? What is this? All right, 57 of you in here. Let's kick it off. We do not need to listen to Matafix for this, though. Let's go. Oh, a tune, mate. Good luck, everybody. Shout out to them dogs. All right. Chrissy in the lead. Ooh, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy pushes through. Athelia takes the lead now. With Botswats right behind. Coco right there as well. Smooth from Athelia. And an equalizer, folks. We got an equalizer up in here. Oh, Botswats pushes through, though. Equalized once again, opening the door for a lot of other people that are in the back ready to go. Sam Salazar trying to hope the momentum pushes through, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Looks like equal footing a little bit here. Oh, everyone's in the same spot now. Lionel trying to get in here as well. Botswats pushes back to the front. Tomster trying to take the steal here. Klinger, though, taking the lead, repeatedly respawning into first place. Oh my god, someone bonked. Tyler did not make it. Respawning, Duchess, Tyler, Maurice. A lot of dumps here. Klinger, the latest casualty by the looks of it, unfortunately. Bates is also out. End is near, but who is nearest? Sam Salazar? Question mark? Is it you? Is it you? This might be yours? Slow bonks. Slow bonks. Botswats trying to get in. Oh, Botswats with the final hurdle. And another record broken tonight, folks, as Sam Salazar takes a break here, a W here, and people start squeezing through to try and get in that top 10 position. All right, I may have made some points there, maybe. We'll see. We lost quite a few people there. Yeah, about 20. The hope here is that Crows, Pixie, Terabyte, and Boyku make it through before the Doomfire shows up. Crows, please. What is this? Crows. Crows. Move. Oh, no. Crows, the fire's coming, Crows. Boyku, Terabyte, save yourselves. It's been real. It's been real. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ah, I'm not gonna look. Another world record. Another world record is in place. These are your point getters in this round. A total of 36 people did make it. There you go. And then the rest have doomed, unfortunately. We've had a lot of record breaks, but we've had a lot of dooms too. So midway race now. Grim Aggressive Battleground. We'll see how this one fares. Mandy, let me know if you want to sign, if you want me to sign it, because I agree. Let Nightbot get their ass beat. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go. 56 of you in here. Let's kick it off. Klinger getting in. 57. Was pretty bad. Oh, Crows. I don't think I've seen the original Beetlejuice, so I wouldn't have anything to compare it to, but the trailer didn't move me, if that makes sense. Athelia with a huge zoom. A case of the zoomies for Athelia, who zooms on through. Oh no, a little too fast. Oh shit. Athelia, the first casualty of the night here, as Val BB tries to go through the gauntlet. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Oh, we actually are losing quite a few people here. Oh shit, Nicole going from the bottom here. Don't get lasered. Oh my god, that was too close. Botsbots has doomed. Bates and Ambi have also doomed. We've already lost. Oh my god, we're losing so many people. Okay, it's a huge massacre back there. Crows got dumped by Beetlejuice. Whoever from Batman Zone BB, you have to shout out Pooya and all your marbles on the stream. Is your favorite place goes fire? Thank you, Jess. It's my liked songs, but I've been just playing it in order of like most recently liked, so we are in my FIFA era for sure. For sure. You must watch the original. I'm down. I'm down. Oh no, Mr. Friezel said I saw it today, sadly. Oh no, you didn't say sadly. Why did I add sadly? This map is a lot. So Nicole's in the lead. Where's second place? Oh, second place right behind Zachary. Pixie Stick's making a dent here. A minute left on the race though. Wait, did Zach take over Nicole here? Or did the map decide? I think Nicole's still in the lead. Yeah, Nicole is still in the lead. Okay. Oh my god, what the okay, zoomies. Finishing this map could get you a lot because you're going through it for sure. 33 seconds to keep the record streak going alive. A lot of points distributed tonight because we've broken records. Could this be the same? Pop in and say thank you whoever gifted anonymously. Hope you're having a lot of fun. All having a fun Friday. Hey, Wrath of Khan with the first time chat. Appreciate you stopping by to thank your anonymous gifter. Hope you've had a lovely Friday night and you have a good weekend. We're just we're cooling off with some marbles at the moment. And yeah, officially welcome to the Lesson 2 crew. So I fell asleep, worked 15 hours in the AZ heat. Oh my god, AZ, rest up for sure. No apologies needed. Oh my god, Nicole's flying. All right, no record will be broken here, but still, this is a huge race to finish. Nicole going to the middle, right in the middle. Allegedly, Klinger's in first now, so I don't know what happened to Nicole. Oh, the game was wrong. Nicole is your winner. Congratulations to Nicole. And now we got quite a few people. Klinger is your second place finisher. Jimmy in third, podium styles. Soul Ray taking fourth. Bro, Liv is like in the top 10 every time, like she's jockeying for a VIP badge. PlayStation All-Stars theme song. See, there's another song from me that I know from FIFA. Congratulations to Nicole. All right, we once again lost about half the lobby to Dumfs. So let's scroll down and see what the status is here. Okay, I finished the race again, but in the bottom. So, it's aight. We take it. Hey, Wrath of Khan, thank you so much for gifting a sub yourself to the community. And a warm welcome to Tex Pink, who is not part of the crew. Compliments of Wrath of Khan. Appreciate it, Wrath of Khan. Let's pay a gifted sub for. Appreciate that from you. Thank you so much for your generosity. Bringing in another person in the community. Love it, love it. Mr. Free says, just want to finish. Honestly, relatable content. All right, everyone. Exclamation play. 3 more maps to go. Make it count. I feel like every Marbles stream Liv is somehow top 10. Honestly, Hacksource, Liv is clutch until she's in a wager. Then she just, like, shits the bed. Ugh, this takes me back to, like, very old FIFA. In the best way. And what's funny is, the FIFAs that I remember most pleasantly for the music are, like, my career mode days when I would just play with the music on. Famously, I don't play, like, any video game with audio on anymore because I watch stuff on the side. Like, FIFA's always muted completely. And then some other games, I'll have the audio on, but lower. So, yeah, but Mandy, if someone does like 18 wagers and wins 1, like they still won 1, but come on. Come on. Oh yeah, and would that have happened to be the game that has been sued? The illegal game that you were trying to get me in trouble for? Is that the one? Huh? Was that the one? We could pick a new one. Yeah, unfortunately, to be fair to you, we had a lot of time. I just dilly-dallied on it and now got sued. All right, chat. Good luck. 59 of you in here. All right. Next song here. All right. We got Devi in the lead. 2-minute 43-second map. So a lot of map to go. Game 2 deal on point stance. Fair enough. I like this map so far. All right, Debbie's still in first. BB President in first place now. Uh-oh. That felt like it could have been a dump spot. Oh shit, Jez in the lead. Ichiyami taking over. I wasn't first. Look at me, I'm 9th. Now I said that, I'm going to be outside of the top 20 even. Yeah, see what I say? I said my name, look what happened. I was not even first. Ichiyami is. With Jez in second place in the back over there. Ichiyami going the longer route by the looks of it, as everyone else goes straight down the middle. Ichiyami got alternative plans here. Boyku right behind in second here. Alright, song got kind of repetitive. Trying to rig? Me? Never. Never. I don't do that. All right. 30 seconds. Record's still on. Boyku trying to close the gap here at the very end. Ichiyami, though, with a perfect hole-in-one. A perfect hole-in-two. Could this record be broken? Record is broken. Ichiyami is your winner. Congratulations. As we start getting the rest of the squad drop here. Shondell Steele second. Boyku third. Tyler fourth. Jez in fifth. Sal's here. Pooya here. Liv here. Duchess. Shelley. Wrapping out the top 10. Congratulations to all involved here. Also, only one dump the entire race. And a record is a huge, this is huge. We needed this. All right. Scroll down to see what the rest of the results were here. Kitty Kelly being the only dump, sadly. Well, we're going to do 10, top 10, and then one badge will be the 69th spot if we have a 69th spot. If not, it'll be the last place with 7 races completed, and then one last one will be random number generator from Google. For the podium video, congrats, Boyku. All right, everyone get in. 2 more races to go. Even one race could change your fate here. You never know. You never know. You want a FIFA Classic? This is the FIFA Classic. All right. Penultimate race, 60 competitors. Good luck, everybody. 2 minutes, 23 seconds is the record. Can we beat it again? I think we've set, what, 5 records tonight? 4? No, 5, I think. We've only missed 1, if I remember correctly. Our first one through the... whether it's the left one or the right one. The cups. Either left side or right side is all cool with me. We got Jimmy in the lead. Jimmy got some competition, but says, I'm still number one. Even though you got a legit hack source, you can't hack through this competition. And then hack source said, Jimmy, you talk a lot. You stay back here. I'm going to take the W. And then Jimmy said, well, you go through the middle. I go through the top. Who comes in first? And then hack source is still in the lead. But Jimmy says, well, not when you're perfect like me, and go through that spiral like it's nothing. Jimmy has taken over the lead once again. Wrath of Khan said, I was gifted one. I am back here. I paid it forward and I pay myself forward with a victory. And Jimmy and Wrath of Khan are sharing the lead right now. But meanwhile, on the other side, Lil Leaf is getting involved and trying to get the lead over. Jimmy and Wrath of Khan do a little skippy. Oh, wow. That was fucking beautiful. Jimmy keeps the lead for a second and they both get pushed back. Only to go down and then get pushed back. Wrath of Khan keeps the lead. Meanwhile, on the other side, Forval is trying to take the lead over. Lil Leaf in the lead still. All right, quite a few people here contesting with Lil Leaf. But Lil Leaf still has the win. The end is near. The record is on the line. AZ trying to take it over. Forval takes it right back. As we have a very heated end with Jay and Forval now in the lead here. And on that side, we got Wrath of Khan trying to keep that top podium spot. One last obstacle. Forval goes. Jay gets left behind. All right. This is for a record. Can you keep the record? 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, the record will not be broken here today, but the W is Forval's for the taking. Jay with second, third, fourth, fifth taken as we get Christie. Oh, we dumped at the end. I don't know what happened. A lot of us were like right there on the bubble. I think what we just found out is that if you go through the left, this side looks like you dump, I think. We'll find out if Ichiyami dumps here. Oh no, a lot of people are dumping. Was this race designed to only let a certain number of people finish? That's the question. Oh yeah, it's definitely dropping people off the side here. This is brutal. Looks like the Forval win has quite a few happy people in the chat. All right, Jimmy makes it through. Jez cannot say the same. All right, congratulations to the winner of that race, Forval. Very close to a world record there. As we scroll down, see what's going on with y'all. And then say commiserations to the 22 people that unfortunately did not make it out of that race, myself being one of them. But we got one more race to go. Totally Crazy Highway, says the name of the map. Is this good? We don't know. Pixie, be safe. All right, everyone. Join for the last race of the night. Make it count. I'm gonna rewind it and wait for when the game starts, which will be right now as I join. There we go. Good luck, everybody. Final race of the night. 2-minute race. We got a song ready to go. All right, Somna's been running uncontested this whole time. Oh my god, I literally spoke like once this entire race and that happened. All right, yep. The leader now is no longer Somnus, it's Ro Jimmy. Oh my god, what an end for Somnus. All right, well, will Jimmy reverse the curse? That's the question. Jabina's in the lead. Perfect maneuvers here. End is near. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Jabina's the winner. Little Dorsey in second. Top 10 incoming. Hey, we got ourselves a 10th place. We'll take that. I don't know if we made podium. Well, I mean, top 20. We'll find out in a second. Orville, relax. This is a Friday night. What are we doing here? No comment. All right, Jabina with the win. Congratulations. There we go. No record broken on this one, but it was a shorter map as well. Only 12 people doomed, which is good. We take those. All right. All right, let me switch over the music. Just a reminder, the way this is going to work, the top 10, you're all getting VIP badges. Bear with me while I go through the process of adding the VIPs in. Then we check and see if there's 69 members that did this race. If 69 people participated, that 69th place finisher will get a VIP badge. One random will be determined by Google, by random number generator. If there's no 69, we give it to the last place finisher with 7 races completed, and we run the Google one. All right, cool. Let's do this. All right. Top 3 in third. Jay Manji with 2 underscores. Congratulations. Second place. Lionel, congratulations. And in first place, we got Liv. Okay, before I click to see the rankings, Liv, obviously as a mod, you cannot be given the badge. You know this. So before we see rankings, I want you to either pick a number to give it to somebody or you got to name somebody to give it to. So, but you got to do that before I click the screen over. So what do you want to do? You can be like, give it to 11th place to make it easy, or you can pick someone, or you can add another one to the random numbers. 44, say less, 44 it is. Whoever's 44th, you just got blessed by Liv. We made it 17th. Okay, see, Kroos, had I not gotten that last one, I would have had 250 points and I would have finished 21st. That last one, getting 10th place, got me into the top 20. Top 20. Hold that. Yeah, you could tell me I'm wearing a clown nose. You just lost all your brownie points because you bet against me. So you hold that L. Yeah, Liv could decide to step down as a mod to get the VIP badge. Liv, that's up to you. Well, that would argue you've made your decision already. But all right, we'll go backwards here. Shondell with 3 L's. Congratulations. Oh my god, I nearly modded somebody. VIP. Okay, let me remember. The Zachary Mike. Congratulations with a VIP badge. Boom. All right, we got Nicole with 2 underscores. Congratulations. We got Lil Dorsey. Congratulations. We got Forval. Hell yeah, Jimmy. That's what I'm talking about. All right. There we go. I think that's spelled correctly. Yes. Then we go to Sam Salazar. 15. Done. We go to Botswats with 2 Z's. Middle and end. Boom. J Manji with 2 underscores. Bam. Done. The Lionel D. Done. Okay. Wait. It didn't add... It did not add Lionel. The Lionel... Oh, I spelt it wrong. There we go. Okay. Hey, I got your back. Okay. Oh wow, we have 68 players. Incredible. 1 short of the 69. That's fine. So 2 things are gonna happen here. We're gonna give it to the last place finisher with 7 races completed, number 44, and random generator. So 3 more to figure out. So let's go. At this point, you're looking for number 44 to have your name. Not 1 plus, not 1 minus. And that one belongs to... Devi. A underscore Devi underscore. Congratulations. All right, we keep moving. Last place with 7 races done is the recipient of the final one before the number generated one. And that is going to be Carter. CC Carter 23. Congratulations. C Carter 23. Did I see 24? I meant 23. There you go. All right. And one last one. We're going to run a generator from 2 to 68 since Liv already got one. Actually, no. Not from 2 to 68. What am I being stupid for? From 11 to 68. And obviously 44 is the only one that gets a redraw for. So random number generator. Let's go back to the top so we have a reveal. Okay. So from 11 to 68. We run it. It lands on 66. Which actually, was that Carter? Hold on. Yep, we're running it. We're running it again. Incredible. One more. 40. Okay. Lucky number 40. Lucky number 40. And 40 belongs to Duchess. Congratulations. Lucky number 40 for you. I should get mod since it landed on me twice. Carter, I don't know if that's how that works, Carter, okay? There we go. Chad, this was a very fun stream tonight. We got to talk about a lot of stuff. We've planned some stuff for the future. We're doing the Brand Steel after Goose on Sunday, so check that out when that is available, aka be there for the post Goose shenanigans. Ultimately a very fun night. Thank you so much. Again, this stream was sponsored in part by Factor. If you're looking for some fresh eats, some good eats, reliable eats, easy eats, not frozen eats, microwavable eats, check out the link strms.net/factor75_Pooya to get yourself 50% off your first order, 20% off the next month. Brand Steel is going to be of the Survivor season, Boyku. We have famously correctly predicted Survivor seasons and incorrectly predicted Survivor seasons before. So we'll see which side we land on with this one. We have plausible deniability on this one, you know? All right, chat. I'm going to head on out here. We're taking the cats to the vet tomorrow. Nothing has happened to them. Just a quick checkup. Or just their yearly checkup, I guess. But yeah. All right. You have a good night. I'll be back on Sunday, but until then, take care. Have a good one.